Should be cutting on. All right, so we good. All right, good. Perfect. All right, there we go. Okay. Make sure I pull my chat up real quick. We should be good. Yep, we should be good. There we go. Yeah. Now turn it up. Turn it up a little bit more.
Set it on fire.
Oh yeah, I've been busy. I didn't go live yesterday because I was over here creating all these new scenes. Like, I wanted to have it where I was able to see chat. You know what I'm saying?
Set it on fire.
That take a little minute, man. Hold on, I went to the wrong one. Yeah, I still gotta get used to it. Yeah, so I got the vertical one if I'm playing vertical videos, and yeah, I got all that. We still got the big screen in here. You know what I mean? Took me a little second to build all this up, chat. I appreciate y'all for bearing with me. I appreciate that. Man, that's what happened yesterday, you know?
Toasty!
Your boy was cooking yesterday, man. I was cooking yesterday. Hey. OCO, y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Let me turn this down a little bit. You know I like to get hyped when I'm about to get started. Y'all good, right?
OCO, freethinkers. You're now tuned into the realest historian on the planet.
What King Kong? Okay.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
It's go time, Slim.
Look at that Indian right there. Look at this Indian.
The best teacher you wished you had in school. Have your pens and paper handy and get ready to take notes.
Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook. Relax and take notes.
It's Dane Calloway.
What's up, Ice?
All right. I'm over here just slapping buttons. You think I'm gonna stop slapping buttons? You got another thing coming, homeboy. All right. So it's late now. I did want to go live yesterday, and I definitely wanted to go a little earlier, but I needed to build this up. I wanted to make sure everything was straight, you know what I mean? So we gotta have everything set. So I ain't gotta worry about that. We can just keep it pushing to do, you know, do some nice things. And do some nice things. Hold up, I'm looking at I am missing something. I am missing hold on, I'm pulling it up now. Jay Young, thank you for the gifted. I appreciate that. Super Bud became a member. I appreciate that. Oh, now it's telling me my Facebook stuff now. Interesting. I'm about to be multi-streaming too, y'all. Probably next live stream. Most likely it's gonna be next live stream. We about to start smacking them around on all the platforms. Jay Young been a member for 32 months in a row. Let's go. Let's go. What up, Jay? OCO. OCO Naughty, what's going on? Letitia OCO. I ain't forget about you, Cheetahs. We got you. OCO Levante. OCO Blue Dreamer. How y'all doing? And that thing gonna repeat? Okay, that's fine. I'll leave that running. I'll let that run. I'll let that run. Y'all good? What we got in the building? I'm gonna give y'all a round of applause. Before we get started, I'm gonna give y'all a round of applause. So, okay, let's do it. Keep spamming it up. Spam up the emojis. Give yourself some love, right? Spam up the emojis in the chat. Indigenous emojis, fire emojis, whatever. Whatever emojis you want to put up in there to represent you. Spam it up real quick. The chat, spam the chat. It's all good. You ain't gonna get in trouble. YouTube ain't gonna harm you. YouTube ain't gonna harm you. What up, though? What y'all think about those new emojis on? Y'all see that? The channel members, what y'all think? I'm not finished. We gotta update a couple other ones. But what y'all think about the new one so far? Y'all see how that got updated? Y'all like that one? Yeah, we definitely got them snipers in here. Don't get it twisted. Well, don't get it twisted. We definitely got them snipers. Y'all like those? Okay, cool. Yeah, because we got more on the way. We got your boy. I've been working, man. I've been working. Those of you that are just joining and haven't subscribed already, I suggest that you do. Hit the like button if you will. Definitely hit the bell button so you won't miss out. Allegedly. Miss out on any of my live streams or any content that I post that's a VOD. Notice I said allegedly because you know how YouTube do. If you got the same skin complexion as me, you know how YouTube don't, it get a little cold outside when it come to us, right? It get real cold, like, why start? Oh, it's lagging. Oh, I made that one too heavy for it. Hold on, wait a minute, that might have been too much graphic for it. Hold on, let me see. Okay, it got a little better. Okay, it got better. All right. Okay, that was a brand new one, so OBS was like, yo, what's this? Hold on, let me do it one more time because it got cold. It got cold. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that thing was working. I put a lot of work into this stuff, man. I don't be playing, man. I don't be playing. All right. So I know okay, that's good to know that one probably taking a lot of firepower. But let me double check one more time. Let me make sure. Okay, it's straight. Okay. Oh yeah, it got cold. Okay, all right. Okay, that one's straight. Good. That's. I hit the wrong one. I was trying to hit right. I was trying to hit right. That's the one I was trying to hit. But shout out to the Niji out there. I appreciate you all. Who we got in the building? New Ice Age for the new domination. Who we got in the building? Yes. I'm glad y'all saying that too. Yes, my new book is out right now. And in fact, it's the #1 new release on Amazon right now, 2 days in a row. #1 new release. That matter of fact, again, let me clap it up for y'all. Y'all done made it the #1 new release. Let me go big screen. Y'all done made it the #1 new release. And that's on y'all right there, man. That's on y'all. And I appreciate that. But I did a lot of work on this book, a lot. This was 1.5 years in the making. I highly recommend it. This is one of my best pieces of work so far. It's a little over 400 pages long. It's like 390-ish, 400. I can't remember exactly. And I got the books right beside me too. I just don't feel like going to go grab them, man. I'm talking about, you gotta understand how hard. I'm gonna tell y'all how hard I was working on this book. Day and night, sleepless nights. While I'm falling asleep. My children could attest to this. Y'all know I got my children, right? It's just me and my children, by the way. You know, I'm daddy and mommy, by the way. So I got to pat myself on the back and on my chest right there. I got to beat my chest for that one. Yeah, 2025 was crazy, but I was handling that thing, man. And still doing content and still creating, stuff like this. The Quiet Blueprint of Wealth. Clap it. Okay, you right. Yeah, let me give myself a round of applause. No, you right. You right. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But yeah, and that was tough as hell, man. That was tough as nails. Leg, thank you for the super chat. You said you ready for class? Yeah, man, I appreciate that. This was actually, speaking of class, this book here is a master class. How to start your trust. Whether if you pick revocable, irrevocable, I break everything down for you. It's 35 chapters. I even I bust myths out. I give you the truth in there. I'm trying to think. Okay, it's an index in there. It's glossaries in there. I'm covering everything. And I made sure that I put appendices in there to make sure that you're following along, meaning that you know what to do. You don't have to come outside of this book to know what to do in order to have generational wealth, meaning that this will outlast you. This is for you and your family members, especially for your future generations. Estate planning, okay? This is for you and your family. Top, bottom. I made sure that you can understand it. I'm speaking in my documentary tone. I'm cool, calm, and collected. I'm not beating you up. I'm not at all, but I am a little authoritative tone during the parts where I'm telling you how to protect your assets. So keep that in mind. When I'm referring to, I believe it was like starting from chapter 20, if I'm recalling it correctly, that's when I'm telling you about, protecting your assets. I feel as though that's very important. So you're going to notice the authoritative tone, in my speech, but don't worry about that. I'm not beating you up. I'm just letting you know how important that is. It's very essential that you pay attention to that part. But it's front to back. You're not gonna, this is me holding your hand. This is a master class. I'm walking you across the street and walking you into the building and holding the door for you. Look, I'm holding your hand. I'm walking you across the street. I'm opening the door for you and I'm walking you in. And we skipping past the secretary. We going straight to the office right here. This is a master class. Now, this to me so far, out of all of the books I put out, this is my best book ever. Why? I had more time. I wasn't rushed. Okay? I did a lot more research. I invested a lot of money into this to make sure that I cross-referenced everything. And hands down, this is the one that I'm proud of. Me personally, I'm very proud of this. And this is something that's needed. This is necessary. This is the one that you guys, okay, remember the questions you guys were asking me with Dane. After we find the land, okay, within our family members, and our land was stolen, how do we get that back? And when we do get that back, what do we do to keep it? The answer is in this book. The answer is in this book. You put it in a trust. Your trust. Your family's trust. And again, it's about structure. You're going to see me utilize the term structure and legacy a lot throughout this book because this is about you building your legacy structurally. I'm talking about complete structure, proper structure. Top to bottom, I didn't miss a thing. And throughout the year, last year, inside of the 13%, matter of fact, shout out to the 13% community server. And throughout the year, in the 13% community server, I was asking a lot of people questions and people were asking me questions because there's been times where I recorded those questions so I could write them down. And I did. I picked the best, I believe it was 20 or 25 of them. And repeated those questions to you inside of the book and also gave you the answer. Still. And that's it. And it's very beautiful. I made sure that it's easy to follow. You cannot buy this book and let this collect dust. I understand the book is pretty. Trust me, I got both copies. I got the paperback and the hardcover. Them James gorgeous, but do not let it sit on a shelf and collect dust. This is something that you need to implement in your life right now. A lot of our people, the needy, do not have this. This part right here is being gate kept. This part right here is being gate kept. Now, it's no secret. I know, y'all know, I've been doing this for 11 years. Of course I make money. I'm not going to front. Of course, I never fronted at all, but I'm not the bragging type. So you didn't see me showcasing stuff like that out there ever. Showcasing that I got money and I'm bragging about it because it wasn't about the money. It was the fact that I was being obedient to my ancestors, with my ancestors, because they told me everything else would be taken care of. I literally quit my high-paying corporate job to do this. And again, that was 11 years ago. But so yes, this is, you don't have to be rich to get this done. You don't have to be rich to get this done. You don't have to be a millionaire to get this done. You don't have to be a thousandaire to get this done. You could be working at McDonald's and get this done. I'm not playing. And I'm not trying to downplay McDonald's because I heard McDonald's, people that work at McDonald's getting great benefits now and finally getting paid the way they're supposed to be getting paid. That's if that franchise owner is actually doing it correctly. So let me put a disclaimer out there. No, it doesn't matter how much money you are making. Everybody should be doing this. If you're making 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, because this is not just about you. This is about you, your family, and your assets that you own right now and the ones that you plan on owning in the future. Because once you realize the blueprint, the quiet blueprint, I call it quiet because they keep this part quiet. Once you realize what this is about, you can accumulate wealth. Our people don't know nothing about utilizing their life insurance to buy a house or as a down payment on a house. Our people don't know about that. Our people don't know about term insurance, protecting the house. So whoever took out a mortgage on that house, God forbid they pass, and because it's 30-year mortgages, and I heard they about to raise it back up. They about to raise it up to 50, which is going to be even worse. I don't feel as though that is better. I feel as though all of that stuff, the deeds, all that stuff is fraudulent. But I'm just letting you know things. Okay, hold on. Let me properly say this, Dane. Let the ancestors come through you to say this to them, because this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not okay, here goes some shortcuts. No. I do this legally. I have my real name out there. This is me, my real face. This is my reputation on the line. I can't tell you what to do and it don't be right and exact. I'm telling you what you can do. I'm telling you your options, and I'm telling you the right way to do it, the proper way to do it, the structure is what I'm referring to. But yes, that's right, Hughes. You become the bank. When you create your own trust, revocable or irrevocable, you're going to learn about those two, and the land trust. You're going to know all of that is in the book. But once you do that, you are now you have to fund your trust. You have to fund it. I show you how. I tell you what to do to fund your trust. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, my needy. Don't do this today, do it yesterday. Don't do this today, do it yesterday. Your family deserves this. You deserve this. I'm getting choked up because I know I'm becoming passionate right here, because this is deep and is very sensitive at the same time, because our people, again, are not taught about these type of things in school. I did a little bit of college before I dropped out. And I conversate with people that have graduated or dropped out of college. No, they're not even being taught this in college. They want you to get those prerequisites out the way so they can get that money from you, and you still in debt as soon as you come out. Soon as you come out of college or university, you in debt. What could you do to prevent all of this? What could you do to prevent loss of your assets when someone transitions? All of this is in here. All of this is in this book. No. I'm not teaching about a status correction in here. No. This has nothing to do with status correction. But at the same time, this is correcting what needs to be done for your family and you. This is bigger than status correction. This is something that the government can't touch. I'm going to say, is music playing? Let me make sure I'm muted. This is something that the government cannot touch if you set it up properly. This is between you and your family, not you, your family, and the government. I'm going to say this again. This is between you and your family, not you, your family, and the government. This is eliminating probate from happening. This is stopping that altogether. I'm showing you how to do that. You do not want the courts involved. You do not want to set up a will and have courts and lawyers involved. This is preventing all of that. And yes, you can do this. It's not complicated. If I can do it, you can do it. I know people charge thousands of dollars to teach you this. And honestly, to be real with you, I would have charged you thousands of dollars to teach you this. But guess what I did? I made it super affordable. And it's in one book. When I say you don't need to come out of this book to get any more information, you don't. You don't. I have been studying and researching this and doing this, implementing this in my real life for years. If I could do it, you can do it. You have to put the time in. You got to put the effort in. And matter of fact, I do encourage you in there too. You're going to hear me encourage you. But because I'm going to tell you, sometimes, and I give you scenarios of where you're getting hiccups with your family members. I tell you what to do. On that note, I tell you what to do if your family are giving you, they're giving you trouble. I'm giving you real life scenarios. I'm giving you answers to that. But again, you don't have to wait on your family members. You could get this done right now. Click the link. It depends on which version you want. So the prices are going to vary. If you want the digital version, which is the downloadable PDF version, is on my website only, DaneMakeYouThink.com. If you want the paperback or hardcover, it's wherever books are sold, but especially Amazon. Amazon is basically the number one, outlet for books, but it's on Amazon. For sure, as the number one new release right now, as we speak. No cap. You could go check that right now. Number one new release 2 days in a row on Amazon. And I see I'm creeping up there in the rankings on Barnes & Nobles. Is it in stores? I'm not sure because different states go faster than others. But yes, it will be in stores. Yes. I went on ahead and paid for that. Keep in mind, I had control of my own publishing and my own distribution. Don't nobody get a cut. I learned my lesson years ago. So just in case y'all wondering, it's all me, baby. It's all me, top to bottom. I paid for everything. I invested in this to put this out for you the best way possible. Am I going to do audio versions later on? I am going to do audio versions later on because it's technically written in my documentary style. So I am going to do, but that's way later, not right now. Give me a break, okay? Because you don't know how hard I've been working. Give me a second. Because I'm going to tell you right now, not next week, not next month. Not the next month after that. You're going to have to probably give me $3 or $4 for that audio book. You're going to be mad, but I need some time, goddammit, because I'm still working on other projects. I would need time before I start recording. We talking 400 pages now. That's like 80, 90,000 words. Okay? I'm going to need at least a week and a half just to record that. I'm being real. Not right now. I'm still trying to recoup. Listen, I'm talking about my body has not had sleep just yet. I was supposed to be, listen, y'all don't get it. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't understand how hard this is. This is not a game. This is not a freaking game. All this stuff that you see, these everything, this is all work. This is all me. I didn't hire nobody for that. That's all me. So that's a lot. That's why I haven't been posted on YouTube, you know. But I am though. And we're gonna be multi-streaming. We're gonna stream on Twitch and we're gonna stream on TikTok. We're gonna have to straighten TikTok up a little bit. I am gonna be doing more. I know people were asking me to collaborate with people. I'm gonna be collaborating with people. I'm gonna be getting back on camera. And we are gonna have events. We're gonna be doing that. I know people been asking for that. I just been working my tail off, and y'all know my situation, what happened to me last year. So I got delayed, okay? I got big time delayed, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to make up no excuse, because it's no excuse, but because I know you don't care for excuses. But at the same time, just know I was going through something in real life. Wow, still trying to provide information for people simultaneously. And that's tough. On top of, I'm a father, okay? At the same, all that, you know? But I'm here. I'm here. Thank the creator, thank the source. I'm here, man.
Set it on fire, 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 fire.
I'm here. And I appreciate that. Gary has been a member for 38, what up, Gary? 38 months in a row. I appreciate you, Gary. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, Watto do look good. Look at Watto. Y'all see Watto? I gotta update the look at Set It On Fire. Look at the emojis. I gotta update the other ones. Give me a few days, I'm gonna update the other ones. But those do look good. Watto look banging. I like that. Did y'all see the sniper? Wait, pull a sniper out, y'all, in the chat real quick. Pull a sniper out. Look. The Niji with the bow and arrow. Look, it's gold. Look. That thing fire, bruh. That thing looks so good. Look at that thing. That thing look good, bruh. Yeah, that look good on my side. That look real good. I hope that look good on y'all side too, man. I hope that look good on y'all side. And y'all see how the chat also, when I put it up on screen, how if y'all do like donations or subscribe, look, and see how it's highlighted in red in the chat? All that is me. All the scripts. Y'all gotta understand, bro. This was work. This is not a game. And it's color coordinated. So when I start streaming on Twitch and TikTok, watch what I'm saying. Watch. Look, the main screen. It's at the bottom. Watch it pop up. Hold up, let it connect. It's connected. Boom. Watch it pop up. It's going to dash to the left. It's going to dash to the left. Okay, there you go. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, so, okay. Sooner or later, I got to add in the emojis to it so it can pop up with the emojis right there. Right now, it's just saying the name of the emojis. But I'm making it scroll. I'm talking about my personal emojis. I got to put my personal emojis in it. Also, sooner or later, y'all going to be able to, matter of fact, we should test that now because I did write that script. It should work right now. If y'all insert a gift, what is it called? GIF or GIF? No, what is it called? Not gift, GIF. If you insert a GIF file, like if you insert a GIF file link into the chat, it should pop up automatically. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me cut that one on. It's GIF. Wait a minute, can y'all grab one for me? Let me make sure. It may not work because I still got to fix that up, but it should pop up with that one. Do a funny one real quick. Let me see. But that's okay. Basically, eventually, that's coming. If it doesn't work, that's coming. I'm working on that. I still got to work the kinks out. But yeah, you got to put in the whole link of the GIF. You got to put in the whole link in order for it to work. Inside of the chat. You can literally do that inside of your chat. So if something popping off and y'all want a GIF to pop up or whatever it's called, GIF, I don't know, whatever it is, y'all put it in there at that time and it's going to pop up. Eventually, it may not do it now, but it is in the script. It may not work right now. I still got to work them kinks out. High frequency, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Okay, so not yet. Okay, so it's not working. All right. So give me a sec. I'm still gonna work on that. I appreciate that, Blue. Thank you for telling me that. Chief Icky, what's going on? It doesn't work yet? Okay, nah, that's good. Well, that's coming. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. That's coming. And I'm gonna have it set up where it's protected because I don't want y'all to be posting no naked things in my chat. In fact, it worked. No, it worked. Look. Levante just did it. You see Homer? Levante just did it. It worked. Let's go. You thought I was lying? All right, so give me a second. I still gotta work the kinks out, but it's only gonna pop up in my chat, not y'all's chat. It's only gonna pop up in my chat. Okay? I can't do it on y'all's chat. That's YouTube own that. I can only run scripts on my side. You don't see it? You gotta look at my screen. Do it again, Levante. Do it one more time. It can't pop up in y'all's chat. It can only pop up in my chat that's on the screen. Do it one more time, Levante. Watch this. Look. The same one, because apparently that one was working. Because I saw it on my side. If I saw it on my side, y'all saw it on y'all. There you go. Look on my screen. Look on y'all screen. You see Homer? He just posted that. That's what I'm talking about. But of course, it can't go in your chat. I can't do that. I can't touch that. So it's going in my chat. So at whatever time, you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, I've been putting in work. That shit cold, ain't it? It's cold, ain't it? All right, come on. Okay, so again, and I appreciate all the love for the book and take that book very seriously, just like how I did. Don't let that thing collect dust. And if you guys receive the book, whether paperback or hardcover, take pictures of it. If you holding it, fellas, you got clean. Ladies, y'all got clean. Y'all want to take pictures so I can post it everywhere? You want me to repost it that you got it? Let me know. I will be doing that. High Frequency, thank you for the super chat again. You said, we really appreciate all that you do, my brother. I appreciate that, family. Thank you, family. Yeah. Okay, so if you're trying to get the download version, like the downloadable PDF, you got to go to my website only. That is only on my website. If you want to get the physical or the hardcover, the physical. If you want to get, it is physical copies. If you want to get the paperback or the hardcovers, it's anywhere else books are sold, and especially Amazon. I'd much rather you use Amazon. Amazon on high alert to send that to you quickly. They ship it out to you quickly. Yes, there go the links right there. I appreciate that, y'all. Those are the links right there to it. They dropping the links in the chat right now. Okay. All right, so let me move on to this. Now, I don't know if y'all saw this. Hold on, let me drop to hold up. I don't know if did y'all see this? What happened today? You go cop the hardcover? I appreciate it. Now, the hardcover, fire. The hardcover is fire. Both of them are fire. The paperback is fire. Okay? Just know it's a book now. It's full-fledged. I did do a book signing last time. And give me a second because I'm eventually going to do that. But probably at the events. I'll do the book signing. So like if you bring the book, then I'll have some with me, and then I'll sign them on the spot. Like that. We did it differently the year before last, in 2024, where I was just basically going to the post office. My schedule's a little bit different, so I can't do that now. My schedule's a little bit different right now. Again, I'm mama and dad in the house, okay? Yep. So talk about this has been out. It should have been done. Say something about no. You talking about the meme itself? But no, okay, the reason why I agree, if you're saying that the meme came out in October, but the problem that they were having was, and I'm gonna play a video. Hold on, let me pull it up. The problem that they were having was that, and I believe Trump wasn't paying attention to this. Like he must have looked at it and said, yeah, go ahead. Like a little bit of it, you know, but it's a little messed up because of how it was clipped. Like, okay, so let me show y'all, hold on. Let me show y'all the meme, right? Let me show y'all the meme first. Now, I'm gonna have to mute the meme because they playing, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight, or what, that's copyrighted. I can't play that. So this is it right here. All right. Hold on. And it's hilarious, but at the same time, y'all need to see. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm not trying to jump the gun. Hold on, let me switch ones. Okay, let me mute that because that's copyrighted. Let me play some M16 real quick. So this is the whole meme. Okay? And see how it got everybody else? But that's not the part that Trump played. He only played the part with the Obamas. I'm gonna show you that video. I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna lie. This was hilarious. And he was seeing how he was calling himself the Lion. Yeah, it was the Lion King. But used in its proper context, yeah, it was hilarious. But the way whoever that person was on Trump's team clipped, didn't use this whole thing. They only, I'm gonna show you. So that was the whole meme, right? But Trump's team, I should play ABLs because hold on, let me double check real quick. Hold up. Hold up, before I play ABLs, let me make sure. Let me see. Oh, wait. All right, here we go.
Offensive images depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes has been deleted from President Trump's Truth Social page. This image appeared briefly at the end of a more than 1 minute long video that promoted false claims about the 2020 election. The clip showed the Obama's head superimposed onto the bodies of primates while a song played. The post sparked immediate backlash from those on both sides of the aisle, including the president's own supporters. Before the video was deleted, Senator Tim Scott, who heads the National Republican Senatorial Committee and campaigned for President Trump, posted on X saying, quote, praying it was fake because it's the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. The president should remove it. CBS News.
I'm not gonna lie. He didn't use the whole thing. The one that was tweeted out was only chopped at the end. At the end of the video that was being played, they only chopped the portion that you saw at the beginning of that video I just played of Michelle and Obama, or Michael and Obama. And I'm not gonna lie, that was racist. I'm not gonna lie. Because when you're not seeing nobody else, you just seeing both of them and their heads, you know, on the bodies of monkeys. So that is racist, okay? It's just unfortunate because Trump ain't watched that whole thing. You know what I mean? And he got his little social media team. Whoever that was should have been fired. And I do have responses from Trump that I'm gonna get to.
White House reporter Aaron
Give me a
Navarro is
second.
following all of this. What is the White House saying about the post?
Lindsay, I'll start with the original statement we got from Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, who said this morning that
I'm gonna
clip
jump
is from
ahead. Trump said he's not gonna apologize. Okay, he literally came out and said he's not going to apologize. Apparently, him and Obama was trolling each other. They were going back and forth. I'm gonna look more into that, but he said straight up he not apologizing.
Video depicting Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as Lion King characters. She goes on to say in her statement, quote, please stop the fake outrage. Since then, Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill have been outraged and widely panned the video and called for it to be taken down. The video was taken down in the early afternoon, and the White House is now saying that it was a staffer who erroneously reposted that video. A source says the White House also relayed to the team of Republican Congressman Byron Donalds, a Trump ally, who called about the post, that the staffer had, quote, let the president down. Now, President Trump himself has not posted about any of this since the blowback began, instead talking about the Dow hitting a record high and his Trump RX program. And we do not know who that staffer in the White House was, but we know it's a small number of people that have access to the president's Truth Social account itself, including his Deputy Chief of Staff, Dan Scavino, and his assistant, Natalie Harp.
We have learned that President Trump called Senator Tim Scott after he called the post the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. What do we know about that conversation?
Yeah, Scott was one of the first to call out the post and the imagery of the Obamas. We learned that Trump personally called the senator after that post and told him that it was a staffer's mistake and would be taken down, which happened shortly after that call between the two men happened.
The Gateway Tunnel project, let's talk about that. That's between New York and New Jersey. It was stopped today at 5 p.m. after President Trump froze
Right.
federal.
No, that's true. Hold on, let me highlight what this person said. Right here. Okay. Yes, this is true that it was only a minute long. And I don't know, but I'm assuming that Trump didn't watch the whole thing. I'm just assuming. And again, at the very end of that video, the Obama portion of that meme was clipped into it at the end of that 1 minute video. So, it's honestly, it's still no excuse. To be honest, that's still racist. Like, that's like
funding. Let's go ahead and
that's messed up because now that's going to fall back on Trump. Okay. And I feel like that was set up. To be real.
Acting New Jersey Attorney General who was in court today for a hearing on a lawsuit asking for this freeze to be lifted.
The federal government is just completely acting unlawfully here.
That's also true. Let me highlight that comment. That's also true, Gary. Hold up. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? It just disappeared on my side. Oh, come on. Where'd it go? There it go. Did I highlight it? Yeah. He said he wasn't going to apologize then. He might as well did it. Then he might as well did it. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to apologize. So, yeah, he taking accountability, technically. I mean, at the same time, that's not a good look. That's not. It's really not a good look. But I mean, from what I heard him and Obama was going back and forth. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. I heard they would go back and forth online. Not sure.
There's no reason for this, and that the thousands of jobs and the project and the money that has already gone forward should continue, rather than having those folks lose their jobs.
Wait, what is this?
Why did the president freeze funds, and what will it take to unfreeze them?
The funds were frozen in October last year because, in part, the administration wanted to review the contracts of those building these projects as part of a new rule they had that forbids contract mandates based on race and sex. But it was also used as bait at the time to get Democratic congressional leadership, who are both from New York, Senator Schumer and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, to come to the negotiating table to end the then ongoing government shutdown. But that freeze of the projects has continued despite the shutdown ending. And in a statement from the White House last week, they signaled the project is now a bargaining chip as they try to get Democrats to pass Homeland Security funding. CBS News New York confirmed, per a source familiar with the discussions, that Trump is demanding the naming rights of Penn Station in New York and Dulles Airport here in Washington to be named after him in exchange for freeing up the funding. One New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand called it, quote, ridiculous, and said these naming rights aren't tradable as part of any negotiations. And we have reached out to the White House. Okay. And have not yet heard
I'm going to look forward to that.
The White House is facing major backlash this afternoon from a post on President Trump's Truth Social account. It portrays former President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama on the bodies of apes. It was an AI-generated post referencing some debunked conspiracy claims from the 2020 election. It stayed on the president's feed for hours before being deleted. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt initially pushed back on any criticism, calling the reaction fake outrage. Then the administration backtracked, saying a staffer erroneously made the post. The criticism has been raining down from both sides, with Republican Senator Roger Wicker saying, quote, "This is totally unacceptable. The president should take it down and apologize." The NAACP released a statement calling the video, quote, "blatantly racist, disgusting, and utterly despicable." The Obamas haven't commented in any way so far.
To me, okay, in my opinion, that was racist. The way that was structured. I don't know if if Trump saw that whole thing. I don't know. But the person that posted it knew that was racist and posted it. Now, I understand y'all trying to take jabs at the Obamas. I don't blame you. But come on, bro. Like, going towards the race portion of it is going to spark controversy, of course, and at the wrong time, and it's going to backfire on Trump because they're going to withhold the staffer's name. You can't place the blame on him. It's going to go right back to Trump. And then Trump turned around and said he's standing on it. He's not apologizing. So let me play ABL's video real quick because he covered this too.
A video posted on President Trump's Truth Social page depicts the Obamas as.
And shout out to ABL. I know certain people don't like him. He cool. We good. I'm not gonna. He be doing this thing. But let me hear what he said, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe if I'm recalling this correctly, I believe ABL like a Republican supporter. I'm unbiased. I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican, but I want to hear his take on this. Let me see.
This has sparked bipartisan outrage, but there's much more to the story. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a controversial video posted to President Trump's Truth Social page in which the Obamas were depicted as apes. Now, I did not want to do this video, but it is blown up all over the place. I'm seeing it. ABC, CBS, CNN, TMZ. Everybody is posting the video, but they're not posting the entire video. The whole video is about stolen election data. It's about 1 minute and 2 seconds long. At the very last second, a brief snippet of a video pops up, clearly by mistake. And if you don't know about Twitter, the way it works is you could be watching the video, and once that video completes, it auto scrolls to the next video. So obviously what happened is somebody was screen recording to get the election video. The other video pops up and they don't really bother to clip it out properly. They kind of just throw it up haphazardly. And if you go to Truth Social, most of the videos on there are kind of haphazard. You got TikTok videos with the logos on it. You got all kind of stuff happening, probably because you got an intern or some very low paid person doing the content, because who's on Truth Social anymore anyway? Not very many people. Now, before I go any further,
you about to play
let's get straight to
he about to play. Hold on, let me see it. Let me see
context.
Let me see
I will link to this video in the description box if you want to see it and hear it without my commentary. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Initiated by a court order, the Michigan investigation team obtained forensic access to a DS200 tabulator, the machine that counts the votes. A Telit 4G wireless chip manufactured in Taiwan was discovered embedded into the motherboard. The voting machine tapes clearly indicate modem engagement and transmission of election data. Some of the anomalies that we noticed in the 2020 general elections, that 5 key states all stopped counting at a certain time in these key battleground states. These were all where the software, Dominion machines, the ES&S machines were used, the Smartmatic, the GEMS software. So when the vote stopped counting, and this has been noted in other countries as well,
I ain't gonna lie, I could see Trump saying, okay, go ahead, post it, that's very good, go ahead and post it. I doubt he's watched this whole joint, but I'm not taking up for him. I'm not, especially with him coming out saying that he's standing on it.
Significantly ahead. When
let me see.
And counting resumed, there was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
That's the full video. You could tell, obviously,
Right, that it jumped. Okay, I see what you're saying. Because it jumped up. It did jump up. Like the next video was supposed to be coming in. And then it restarted. That's what normally happened. They try to push it back down real quick. Yeah, whoever did that didn't edit it properly. Okay. Still, with him standing on it, maybe he just trying to take a shot at Obama, but inadvertently, that's still racist, Trump. You know, man, he ain't gonna be able to crawl up out of this one. I'm not gonna lie, because this is the way that is, what you saying, what you standing on it, you're not gonna apologize. That's not a good look, Trump. It's just not.
Okay, that's a full video. You could tell, obviously, that this was a mistake because it auto-scrolled. Let's go back and see that one more time. Okay, here's toward the end. I got the sound off, obviously, and boom, it scrolls up.
Right.
Okay,
that
you can
does
see the
happen.
animation.
That happens.
Can I play this a little bit slower so you can see the animation?
Oh, you can?
A little bit better. All right. I think that'll work out well for you. See? It just popped to the next video, and then they realized, oops, we didn't want to have that. So they scrolled right back to the other video, and then they ended it. You see?
Right.
Now, what should have happened is that last piece, that last little...
It should have been clipped off.
Second, that right there should have been cut. It should have been cut right there. But it didn't do that. It just uploaded it. And like I said,
so they was just screen
if you go
recording.
to Truth Social, most of the videos on there are like that. TikTok logos on the stuff. It's just kind of haphazard. Okay. Now, let's go to this actual video. I'm gonna play it without the sound because copyright. I'm not trying to
copyright. I was about to say, if you about to do it, I'm about to cut it off. Nah, he intelligent because we YouTubers. Nah, we know that's copyrighted. And I just played that video, so we don't need to see that. So basically, he gonna have Trump back on that. I can already tell because he's gonna, allude to the fact that, but okay, let me skip up. Let me see if he's still gonna say that that's racist. Let me see real quick.
It's a parody video of the political people. A parody AI video, political people. Now, some are gonna find it funny. Some are gonna find it racist, but guess what? It really doesn't matter because this video was not posted at all. Like the only thing that was posted in this video was this beginning piece by mistake. The whole 1 minute meme video was not posted on Trump's page. Okay, so it doesn't even matter if this video is racist or not. It was clearly a mistake for any of it to be posted. Now, the video has been deleted because some of y'all are saying, oh, ABL, it's been 10 hours, ABL. Why hasn't it been deleted? Trump's a racist, and you know better. You Uncle Tom, house N-word. And by the way, let me come back for a minute. Let me come back for a minute so you can see me clearly. I find it hilarious that the liberals want to lecture me about racism while they're racist toward me. I find that hilarious. You Uncle Tom, house N-word. How dare you defend President Trump? Hey, I done been called the N-word so many times over these past 10 years and me being on YouTube.
But ABL, he said that he's standing on it, ABL. He said that he's standing on it. That's very critical. Like if he would have came out and said, hey, I apologize. I didn't know that was, mistakenly at the end of that. I apologize for that. And but I stand on what the video was about. Then that will make more sense. But him saying that he's standing on it without proper context as to, oh, wait a minute, are you standing on the entire video? Because that's basically how people are going to take it. Yeah, that's going to be considered racist, ABL. That's racist, for sure.
Conservative, N-word, any anti-black racial slur you can think of in your mind, I've been called that by the very same people who are saying that this video that was posted on Trump's Truth Social is racist. And they done call me everything in the book. So when I see them crying, I'm like, man, please, y'all have no room to say anything at all because you guys are the most racist of all.
All right, hold on. Let me pull that up because I saw, hold up. Let me gather that real quick. I want y'all to see something really quickly. I'm gonna have to do it on Brave. Because I don't want y'all to think I'm influencing this thing. I want to see Okay. All right, hold on. I'm typing it in now. All right, so this is Chat GPT. Let me go. Hold on. I'm gonna go big screen because I want y'all to see this really quick. No, Donald Trump did not apologize to Barack and Michelle Obama for the video today. In fact, after a video that depicted the Obamas in a racist way was shared on his social media account and then deleted in backlash, Trump explicitly refused to apologize. Y'all see that, right? Saying he didn't make a mistake and that he hadn't seen the offensive portion before it was posted. So that's ABC saying that. Hold up. Are they talking about that right here?
Trump posted a video that includes a racist meme depicting former President Obama and his wife Michelle as apes. Now the Senate's only black Republican senator is responding and calling out the White House. ABC's Jay O'Brien's here with more on that. Hi, Jay, what's the latest?
Yeah, Diane, just moments ago, the video was deleted from President Trump's account, and it comes after a growing chorus of Republican lawmakers called on the White House to take the racist image down, including, as you say, Senator Tim Scott, who posted the image in addition to his post. ABC is not showing the image, but we are showing you the post, and it says, quote, praying it was fake because it's the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. The president should remove it. The racist image comes at the end of a minute-long video the president posted on his social media platform. The first 59 seconds describe debunk election conspiracy theories from 2020, and at the end, the video suddenly cuts
you know what? Look, that's the same thing that other people said. They reading the script. Debunked conspiracy theories, debunked. I hate the news, bruh. They repeating the same script. Okay.
Meme showing the Obamas' faces on the bodies of apes. The NAACP is out with a statement saying in part, quote, Donald Trump's video is blatantly racist, disgusting, and utterly despicable, end quote. That again from the NAACP. Images of black people as apes have been used throughout American history to dehumanize them. Slave traders and segregationists use these types of images to depict black people as inferior, and at times it's led to violence. Initially, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement, quote, this is from an internet meme depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle.
Listen, not saying that he's wrong, but they're now enticing a racial issue. And I'm not gonna lie, this is on Trump though, with him coming out saying that no, like he not about to apologize. And again, this is not my Chat GPT. I'm not signed in, so I don't want y'all to think that I'm influenced by that. So that's ABC, Rutgers. I don't know, man. That's kind of. Won't apologize. That ain't no kinda, that's racist. Even though, okay, he said, I didn't see nothing. Okay, I didn't see the whole thing. I looked at the first part. And I'm pretty sure that's all he needed to see. And he was like, yeah, go ahead and run with it. And then how disgusting it is, then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't. As reporters, he condemned the clip. Trump said, of course I do. But he declined to apologize, saying, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at it, I look at it a lot, thousands of things. I look at a lot. Oh, I look at a lot, thousands of things. Okay. Trump's comments cap. I think completely narratives that the White House administrative spokesperson initially defended the video as harmless internet meme. All right, Trump who's second term, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I mean, okay. They gonna run with this, Trump. If you not racist, you should have said, look, I'm not racist. That part right there had nothing to do with the part that I wanted to come out. He know what he could do. He know what he could do. He a grown man. You know what you could do to clean this up. But you're not cleaning this up. That means something, Trump. That does mean something. We can't let that slide. Can't let that slide. That part is racist. Straight up. You can't let that slide. Now, did they set him up? Most likely. And with him standing on it, because it's almost like they want him to also stand on the not stand on the portion about the voter fraud. They basically want him to, it's almost like they're forcing him to, condemn it because of that. And I don't know, man. It's, and the way the wording is, it's like yeah, but nah, I'm not apologizing. You know what I'm saying? You saw that, right? One more time, because that's basically what he's saying. Of course, Trump said, of course I do. Asked by reporters if he condemned the clip, Trump said, of course I do. But he declined to apologize, saying, I didn't make a mistake. I look at a lot of things. I look at thousands of things. Man, bro. Messed up right there, Trump. I'm not gonna lie. That's not good enough. That's not. There's too many things happening in this society. This society is racist. And with you being the president, and again, I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. And I understand you take a shot at Obama. I understand that. I understand that you got some type of underlining thing with him. You always did. You even said that you had his birth certificate and leaked that. This goes back. You and Obama been going back and forth for a while. But we know that that's all fun and games, because if I type in, for example, Obama and Trump and go to images, we gonna have images of them laughing and kikiing together. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But I don't know. Again, apparently the word was he was going to let this slide because it was a shot at Obama. He was letting that slide. But you got to understand, what Obama's skin being the way, the color that it is going to have a different type of, he know this. He does know this. It's not like he don't. He does. He not no 2-year-old, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old when you got to repeat these things. Racism does exist. And when they see, they gonna run with this. We probably gonna hear about this between today, tomorrow, probably all the rest of next week. Until he come out, he gonna have to come out, and it's probably too late for certain people. What y'all think? What y'all think, chat? Okay, if Trump come out, let's just say Trump come out tomorrow and say, look, I'm not a racist. I didn't mean, I'm not trying to, I didn't know that was at the end of the video. I took a look at the video. I said, that was a great video. That was a great video. I said, go ahead. I told the guy, but look, I love black people. I love black. What if he do that? What y'all gonna say? And be honest. Be honest. Okay. Would you, if you will excuse him, type 1. If you feel as though it's no excuse, type 2. If you excuse Trump, type 1. I love black people. We get along. I can even go to the games to watch it. I love LeBron. The only person in, you know how he gonna act. He gonna do these, they're great people. He gonna do that. So it's a lot of, okay. So it's a lot of mixed reviews in the chat. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of ones. So y'all gonna excuse him. So 1 meaning y'all gonna excuse him. 2 meaning there's no excuse. What if you don't care? If you don't care, 3. If you don't care, 3. Y'all do it. I appreciate that. I've been hearing his voice for years, so I can easily kind of mark it or imitate it. and he wouldn't apologize either, like with Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy back in the Gap. What you mean by that? Oh, you talking about with Trump? Explain that a little bit more. Explain that a little bit more, if you don't mind. This is a juvenile conversation. And we all grown people. Nice try. It seems plan 3. I am leaning towards that this is a setup. I am leaning towards that because, again, you the president. You watching a whole bunch of stuff. You don't got time to be watching a video. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he saw the first few seconds and was like, yeah, go ahead. But then, again, with him turning around and standing on it, I get it, but standing on what portion? Like, you should explain that. Not gonna lie, with him being the president, that needed to be properly explained, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's gonna be people out there, that is racist. Straight up, it is. In my opinion, that's racist. If you gonna say, okay, leave that part in there, that's racist. One big distraction, yeah. Political theater, they gotta have some controversy. You know how they do. Remember during the last, okay, because I'm about to get into some other things too. During the last live stream, day before yesterday, and they were talking about, you know, how Trump was in these Epstein files, and they was trying to get Bill Clinton to speak out. Bill Clinton finally did speak out, denying sexual relationships with that woman. We already know he a liar. I mean, you got Lewinsky from Lewinsky, homeboy. I mean, you a well-known liar, okay? Straight up. So whatever you say is a lie. Like straight up, Bill. You can't make up for that, bruh. When you was getting Lewinsky from Lewinsky, that's it, bruh. It's over. You lied. You lied in front of the American people when you told them, I did not have sexual relationships with that woman. When you did that, that was it. And then you turned around and come to find out Lewinsky was giving you Lewinsky. We call it Lewinsky. Well, I remember back then. Y'all remember, fellas? Remember? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Back then, we would say, hey, you know, I ain't trying to get too explicit. I already did. But anyway, we late. You know, we grown here. You know, somebody said this was a juvenile conversation. No, it ain't. Not when we talk like this. The juveniles need to go to bed. They should have been in the bed, matter of fact. But yeah, remember we was saying it was Lewinsky? You know, it was that was our little saying back then. But yeah, I don't trust Bill, you know. But so they put out they saying that it's the last little bit of the Epstein files. You know, and they trying to say, okay, Trump condemned it. Trump said that he backed away from Epstein after he realized what he was doing to young people. And if y'all believe him, press 1. If you don't believe him, press 2. It's up to y'all.
Hi, I'm George Gerbo, and welcome to Washington Times Weekly, where we get a chance to sit down with our reporters and talk about their coverage of the latest news and events. And joining me once again is national politics reporter Seth McLaughlin. Always good to have you, Seth.
Good afternoon, George. Always great to discuss the news of the world with you.
Absolutely. Let's get started with the Department of Justice, which says it's concluded its review of files and documents related to late financier and convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says the department has released more than 3 million files, but some of Epstein's victims, as well as Democrats, say that there's more to be released.
Yes, and it's coming next week, and they said a lot of that stuff is not going to be redacted. I'm keeping my eye on this. I am keeping my eye on this. Don't think I'm not. I'm keeping my eye on this.
And also, we're discovering through reports that the DOJ didn't necessarily do its best effort in reviewing these files in regards to redactions. Some of the victims' names have been left available and to be viewed in these files, whereas the redactions have been sparse in terms of just hit or miss in terms of how they've been doing it with the names. And also, according to reports, there have been fully nude photos or partially clothed photos of girls and women that have been included in these files that were not touched or redacted either. So it appears that there's still going to be work to do on the Justice Department end of this, Seth, even though they say that we've released all these files, they're available to look at online, but there's still some work to do now as people are going through these files and identifying what is in them.
Nah, Bill Gates, that's incorrect. Bill Gates has been talking. I'm going to do, y'all going to see me, not a live stream. I got to put out a video on this because I got to doctor some things up. Because there's some things that you didn't get a chance to see. And I'm gonna put that out as like documentary style videos within the next couple days. A couple of them. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'm working on that as we speak.
Over the weekend, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said, that basically it was over after they had put out the 3 million files. But this is sort of like the never-ending story. There's always a new wrinkle to it. And so there was the immediate, in the immediate aftermath, you had the alleged victims coming forward with complaints that, some of their names were in some of the files, whereas some of the people who were the alleged shady actors, their names were actually redacted. So there's been sort of that back and forth there. And then on top of that, there's the political element of it where you have members of Congress, both Republicans and Democrats, because you have Republican Thomas Massey of Kentucky, who has kind of co-led the charge to force the release of the documents, coming forward to say, we expect there to be more disclosures, and we think there's basically more to this. And I think Massey said something along the lines of,
he got an underlying Boston accent to charge.
This will come to an end when people start getting prosecuted. So
he got a Boston accent trying to mask it.
This story was supposed to be dead years ago, and it came roaring back to life thanks to sort of the MAGA world beliefs that there were some real shady things going on. And now, it's back front and center and doesn't seem to be cooling off anytime soon. And I think, like, if not anything else, we'll see that it's going to be a campaign issue this fall.
That's another thing. Hold on, wait a minute. That's more and more people are talking. Are y'all sure it's going to be midterms this fall? More and more people are discussing that there's a vote happening. Now, and I'm guessing that's only dealing with the House and the Senate, right? And y'all sure it's midterms or this is going to be like full-fledged? I'm going to look into that because I got to get more info on that. I'm going to look into that. And then I'll release a video on it. Because even me, I'm like, damn, that's kind of quick. It's midterms? Y'all saying midterms. I'm still going. I mean, because ain't that kind of, I thought they waited for 2 years. Has it been 2 years? I'm trying to think. Nah. No, it's only been 1. Wait, no. No, it is 2. Damn, that time flew. It is 2. This is technically the second. Damn. See? Yeah, last year was crazy for me. Yeah, nah, he came in 2025. Yeah, this is year 2. Nah, that's right. Wow. Damn, that time flew.
The battle over immigration and how it's being enforced nationwide. It continues to play out in courts across the country as well. Some dueling rulings recently. In Texas, a judge ruled that the detaining of a 5-year-old after his father was arrested failed key tests of due process. Flip that in Minnesota, which has been the focus of so much of recent issues and events, especially after 2 Americans were killed by immigration officers.
Allegedly.
The federal court there declined to order the government to end its enforcement surge, but the administration is saying it's beginning a drawdown of 700 troops initially that will be pulled out of Minnesota and perhaps ending in some form the enforcement action, the additional enforcement action there. But it seems, Seth, that these court rulings are going to kind of be in light of You've got ICE and DHS saying the local authorities aren't cooperating. You've got the local authorities saying they're violating civil rights and due process in different cases, that these things are going to basically have to be elevated to at least a federal court level. If not, at some point, we might see it get to the Supreme Court in how and what the government's limits
That's going to take
are
forever.
to these powers enforcing immigration in different states and localities across the country.
Yeah, and President Trump's campaign promise was to carry out the largest deportation effort in the history of the country. And in doing so, he's testing the bounds of what can be done. And so there's that push and pull between federal powers and state powers. And you're also dealing with an immigration system that people on the left and right will say has been a mess for years. And so you have these,
Okay, tell you what. So far, since it's now been 2 years since President Trump has been in office, how many, if you could give me an estimate, how many deportations has occurred since his second term?
Since the start of Trump's second term in January 2025, approximately 605,000 people have been formally deported from the U.S. Additionally, the administration claims there have been around 1.9 million voluntary departures, making their total claimed departures over 2.5 million. Some independent sources suggest these voluntary numbers might be overstated, but the confirmed removal figure is about 605,000 so far.
Okay.
Story after story after story that potentially have legal repercussions one way or another. And then you have stories, and one of them is this 5-year-old Liam, right, who captures the nation's attention because, he's a cute little kid at the end of the day, and he's caught up in a mess that was created by elected leaders year after year after year. And in this renewed enforcement environment, he's kind of caught in the middle. And so his case his father's case is going to play out in the courts. And the Deputy Attorney General has said they will file an appeal in that case. But, we're going to see these sort of legal landmines going off left and right. And eventually the courts are probably going to tell us what's what, or, where the boundaries are on this entire effort.
The next phase of how that's going to play out is likely at the ballot box, Seth, as we wrap up, and something that we've talked about over the years, a perceived blue surge or gains by Democrats in the state of Texas. And they always seem like they're chomping at the bit there. A recent special election for a state Senate seat in North Texas, the Fort Worth area, Taylor Ramett, the Democrat, a 14-point win over Lee Wamganas, who got a boost from President Trump, or at least the...
What? Where is she from? What is her last name?
Taylor Ramett, the Democrat, a 14-point win over Lee Wamganas.
Wamganas? What? Is that Italian or... I mean, she ain't from Texas with that last name.
Who got a boost from President Trump, or at least the endorsement of President Trump on social media. That didn't seem to make a difference in this district. And as you've written, there are some Democrats that are celebrating that and seeing, stars in their eyes that there could potentially be bigger gains in Texas than they've had in recent memory. While on the GOP side of the ledger, just like in 2018 when this midterm came around in President Trump's first term, that's a bit of a warning sign not to go full canary in the coal.
Speaking of Texas, Texas is actually still trying to become its own detached state away from the United States government. And I'm keeping my eye on that part. I do see, because I'm living here, I do see a shakeup when it comes to a lot of the taxes that they're trying to reorganize when it comes to property taxes, when it comes to sales taxes. I'm paying attention to that because at first, the prices are up sky high. Now things are looking in the future, looks like it's going to be brought down. They did have it implemented where we could do negotiations with the people. For example, I'm just giving you an example that provides electricity to people's homes. If you do decide, ever since, Elon Musk came out here and started building up Starlink, if you do decide to put, not necessarily his company, but if you put any not satellites, what are they called? Solar panels on your house, it offsets the cost of your energy bill. And I did take advantage of that. And in some cases, I've seen my energy bill, like for example, like this past, because Texas will run their, Texans will run their air conditioner all year round because it's hot in Texas. And usually my bill is between $500 to $600 a month. But with me adding the solar panels, I didn't seen it drop all the way down to $30, $40 at times because they're utilizing the energy that we keep in our banks and, helping other people out that are, at further reach from basically what I hear, their energy grid is not in good condition. Okay. And I'm just telling you from my personal experience, I can see that Texas is trying different things that are not being done in different states. Now, with the exception of Florida, I'm noticing that the Florida governor is also doing similar things. I'm keeping my eye on that. But they're implementing their own grids and own rules and regulations where they don't have to depend on the federal government. And I believe even if it's going to be Democratic led, I don't know if that's going to happen because I know they're saying that it's, they're alluding to that being a possibility. I don't think that's going to change anything because it's like you're your own owner here. That's why a lot of people are coming to Texas because it's like you are in control of your own things, especially if you have it structured properly. And I like that. It's not you have to be forced into having HOA, for example, or you have to be forced into, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that will normally happen in other people's states. It's a little bit different and a little bit more lenient when you have your own and you're, in control of your own things. I'm noticing that, and that's just me being here since 2020. I'm like, wow, I'm noticing a change and it is going up. I like that. And property value, like all that stuff is coming down. I'm noticing a drop in their prices. Certain things, especially property value. Now, certain people will say, hey, that's a bad thing, but nah, you got to understand the property value of Texas was up at least by 250%. I know for a fact that my property taxes was up 300%. It was up. They were kicking our tail in property taxes. So I'm glad that they implemented something where, they're giving the people more, leniency when it comes to control. And, the government is not, forcing them to do certain things. They're leaving it up to the people. And that's how it's supposed to be. So I like the direction that they're going. Now, if it's going to be rocky once the Democrats get in, I don't know that. Again, I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican, but I doubt that very seriously because we're getting used to what's going on right now. And I don't think the people will have any of that. Like they're not going to vote anybody in there. I don't think so. That's going to, try to change the rules and regulations where the government is an overseer again or a dictator. I doubt that. I really do doubt that. But that's just, based off of my personal experience with me, being out here in Texas. And I noticed that they're talking about Texas. I'm just letting y'all know what's happening. That you're probably not going to, hear on the news because, for example, another thing. Now this is happening in multiple different states. And I want to bring this up because I brought this up earlier before. I did a whole video on this, not a live stream. I did a video where I was telling you guys that Trump came after the banks. And I'm paying attention to that because Trump came after the banks and hit them hard. If you're a small business owner, notice how they were saying that they were trying to implement some things where it's going to knock off the middle class. And I agree. I do see that they're trying to knock off the middle class and it's sad. But at the same time, I believe that, I think they're trying to have it where it's just two classes and not three. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing that, but I do see that Trump, and I got to give him props on this, was coming after the banks and forced them to hand out more approvals of SBA loans. And those SBA loans are capped at 4%. I seen it where people are getting $2,500. Listen, y'all. 200, let me say it correctly, 250 grand per business. And they could go up to 7 million with a small business. And they only now they're more lenient now. They're giving people more leeway. Because of course they're basing it off of your income, making sure that you're going to, as far as your business income, making sure that you're going to be able to afford it. But with that being capped at 4%, that's affordable. As far as your interest rate, that's affordable. And I'm not going, I got to give props to Trump on that. That's major. And you know, he a business guy. He trying to, but I'm a little like hesitant at the same time because middle class is getting hit. You know, it's almost like they want them to disappear. You're either going to be up or down. And that's what it looks like they're leaning towards. But I want to say that in every state, you definitely should check. If you got a business, keep in mind, your small business, they're capping it at $7 million now. So you can now having a revenue of $7 million and it's still considered a small business. And you could go get these loans, especially if you need something right now. I'm just going to put that out there. And that's, you know, your credit unions and those, you know, your normal federalized banks. That, you know, for that, like if you already have a developed great relationship with them, your portfolio is great, they're going to look at you and say, okay, come on now. Now they're not being strict, because at first they were strict. They were very strict. But yeah, a lot of my friends are doing it now. And I've been encouraging people. Once I got the word, I went live in the 13% community service, say, hey, y'all, this is serious. This is bigger than the PPP loan. This is a lot. Of course, you got to pay this particular portion back, but you will be able to, because you're getting a lot more than what you think you're getting. Okay, they're not approving you for 50 grand, 100 grand. They're approving you for 250 grand and up. And that part right there was critical. And yeah, that was on Trump. Now and I'm paying attention to what he's doing with the IRS. And he's shaking that part up as well, but I'm not sure how that's going to work with certain people who are paying their taxes. I'm going to look into that more. And when I do, and I find like some firm confirmation on what direction it's going to head to, I'll eventually put out a video and break all of that down like I did in many other videos that I posted about what he has been doing. Is now we're on year 2. That time flew for me, but now we're on year 2. And keep in mind, he was doing that day 1. That was happening last year in January when he was coming out hitting them left and right with the banks. I was like, wow, that people need to pay attention to that. That wasn't even really heavy in the news like that. But yeah, that helped out the small business people for sure. SBA loans is on fire right now. So, okay, let me keep going.
But hey, something we should keep an eye on, that Democrats may be able to mobilize better than we thought in a place like Texas that has now become a deep red state.
Yeah, you know, I dream of winning the lottery, and Democrats dream of winning statewide in Texas, something they haven't done in, I think it's 30 years, 2 decades or so. So
I don't think that part's going to matter,
like this happens,
to be honest,
where it seems like something out of the ordinary electorally, and it goes well for Democrats, they want to pounce on it. Now, I think it's important in this instance to not look at this in a vacuum, in the sense that Democrats in 2025 had a ton of success. You know, basically ever since President Trump has been back in office, Democrats have done pretty well in special elections and in the off-year elections. And this was another indication of that. And speaking with a Republican strategist in Texas, he said the big warning sign here is that it wasn't necessarily that Democratic turnout was through the roof or anything like that. It was that the Republican candidate had bled some support that President Trump had previously with some Republicans and independents. Now, you know, in politics, that's the name of the game. You got to win the middle. And you got to keep your people, you know, what's the old saying? Politics is about addition.
What video was that?
Right?
No, I got you. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now so you can know what video I'm talking about. Like if you go to my channel, and that's the end of that video anyway, and we're gonna move on to some other things I want to talk about. But hold on, let me pull that up for you right now, because I got Trump on the cover. Hold up. 1 second. Okay, so you go to my, it's a video for sure. And wait, it's not that one. Hold on, wait. It is, before I started doing reaction videos, I was doing right here. So 9 months ago, Trump law forces banks to hand out $250K. Watch that front and back. I break that down. Watch that one. It's 27 minutes long. Watch this one. That one right there. What I was just referring to when it comes to the SBA loans. and I did my research. This is certified, ladies and gentlemen. This is right now. This is right now. Okay. Where we at? Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me go back. My apologies, y'all. But yeah, I saw somebody had that question. I want to answer that real quick.
In this instance, yeah, if we're going to see some Republicans drifting away from the party, and then on top of that, you're going to have a disgruntled independent, that is certainly bad news for Republicans and could be good news for Democrats if they're able to harness that. Now,
I mean,
the backside caveat of that is that Democrats' image is in the toilet, right? So, you know, again, the strategist I was talking to was like,
okay,
you know,
I'm done with that conversation because it doesn't matter. The way the Texans are going, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's Democrat or Republican. Everybody's, the way it looks, everybody's on the same page as far as what they will want to implement, how they want things done. No more dictatorship. It's all about the people. And again, that's why I'm seeing a lot of out-of-towners or out-of-towner tags coming in here. And I'm like, wow, okay, they done turned this thing around. Like, people are literally moving here and setting up their businesses and, okay. And I see it, okay? I see it. All right, so let me move on. Where was that other one? Hold on, I'm looking for that. Wait a minute. That one on the last one on Epstein. Then I'm gonna move on to the one on Elon Musk because I wanted to bring that back up because I mentioned it during the last live stream how they were coming after him. It was remember when I referred to or alluded to the fact that he was being sued by a couple of different countries, especially Iran and France and Iran, France, and somebody else. I can't remember who it was because he's allowing people to still post on his platform, and a lot of those people are cut off from the internet, posting up what's going on, especially in Iran, and that's very important. I'm gonna get to that here in a second, but I believe this is one I wanted to play real quick.
5 times by border agents will be able to use evidence related to the shooting in her case, and that includes body-worn camera video, text messages, and other images. No, that's not it. Attorneys for Miramar Martinez say it will completely dismantle the government's narrative of what happened. WGN's Eric Rung is live at the federal courthouse.
No, this is not.
Eric?
No. That's not it. Wait, I apologize. That's not it. Yeah, that's that ICE stuff. We could go towards that stuff in a second, but I really wanted to get to. Damn it. Hold on, let me double check real quick. Did I not move it over? Okay, well, let me just go into the Elon Musk stuff right now. Let me go into that.
Police raided the offices of Elon Musk's social media network X on Tuesday. The Paris prosecutor's office said it had ordered the tech billionaire to face questions in April related to a widening investigation into the platform. The raid is linked to a year-long investigation into suspected abuse of algorithms and fraudulent data extraction by X or its executives. In a statement, the Paris prosecutor's office said it was now widening that investigation following complaints over the functioning of X's AI chatbot Grok. The probe will now also look into alleged complicity in the detection and diffusion of images of a child pornographic nature.
Okay, the only reason why this is happening to him is because he didn't settle with the government, with the deal that he was trying to create or have with the government. Preferably the Department of Defense, where they wanted Gronk his AI, but they eventually moved that contract over to OpenAI, which is the company that owns ChatGPT. And I believe that contract was either 300 million or 400 million. It could have been 800 million. Don't quote me on that, but it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars because they're doing the exact same thing that they're accusing him of. The government is, getting a lot of people's information. In fact, I'm glad I thought about this. I want to show you guys something. During the last live stream, we were talking about the data breaches. We were trying to figure out why those people in places like Minnesota were able to grab people's social security numbers. Y'all remember this, right? And they said 200,000 social security numbers of dead people were being utilized in order to commit fraud with SNAP for the SNAP benefits. Y'all remember that, right? So, okay, I want to show you guys this. I looked into this a little bit more, and someone from the Social Security Department admitted this actually is happening. Hold on. And this was 2 days ago, by the way. This was 2 days ago. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. So I want to show y'all. This is not the video. This is the article. 1 second. I'm gonna make this larger. I gotta bring this side down on my side. And what the hell? Huh? No. I'm not buying that right now, bro. Okay. All right. The social. Can y'all see this? Let me zoom in a little bit more. Y'all can see this, right? We good? The Social Security data breach is a national security disaster that could hurt Americans for the rest of their lives. And this was a whistleblower. Now, when you go into this, see how it says February 4th, 2026. So this was literally 2 days ago. Well, for some of you, it's going to be 3 because I know it just hit 12 for some of you all. It says every America's personal data is at risk of fraud after Doge's alleged mismanagement. Now, they're blaming it on Doge. Social Security former chief data officer tells Social Security former chief data officer tells Market Watch. Borge, I believe his last name is Borge. Hold on, let me read it on my side because it's a little small on that side. It says Borge is saying that the government mismanaged the private data of anyone with the social security number. Borge, who was the chief data officer at the Social Security Department, Social Security Administration, until he resigned in August, filed a whistleblower complaint that month and alleged the private data of every American who has or ever had a Social Security number was at risk after employees of the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, allegedly uploaded a copy of the SAA's database to a cloud environment that lacked oversight. Okay, now I'm going to be looking into this a little bit longer to see, what happens, like as far as justification is concerned, like how are they going to promise that nobody's data has been breached? But at the same time, we're noticing in real time that a lot of those people, especially what they admitted and I'll play that video again when they admitted the last time I played. Hold on, I'll play it again. Let me grab that real quick because it was only like 1 minute long. Watch this.
All the red states sent us their data to help figure out what that looked like. We found 200,000 dead people, or people using dead people's social security numbers. We found 500,000 people getting more than 2 times what they should have, getting those benefits twice. We found some guy getting benefits in 5 states. And Maria, this is just the red states. I mean, the red states normally have a smaller program, tighter accountability and control. The blue states sued us, and so we're in another active litigation on that. They don't want California, New York, they don't want to turn their data over so that we can help them root out the fraud. And then the Minnesota piece, of course, which we've all been covering, is remarkable. Yeah. So we are in court. We're going to work really hard to make sure we're protecting the American taxpayer and the people who actually need these programs.
Yeah, keep in mind that they're in court to try to, protect the people, allegedly protect the people, but it's kind of too late, especially when the former, again, let me bring that back up, when the former chief data officer at the Social Security Administration just resigned this past August, is now whistleblowing that Doge messed up, that Doge mismanaged the private data of anyone with the Social Security number. Okay, now that's a problem, especially when that lady just said that, she said New York and, did she say New York and California? I forgot which state she mentioned. I believe it was New York and somebody else didn't want to give up their information. They didn't want to give up their data. Okay, so again, this could be happening right now, and that's not, you know what I mean? It's not majorly known. And this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Basically, whatever I see that I feel as though is very important, when I see fraud, I'm going to call it out. And I see a sense of urgency. I'm not trying to scare you or say, hey, man, this is a conspiracy theory and blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying to inform the people so they could be aware of what's going on. Because a lot of people, who especially are indigenous to this land, are unfortunately citizens of the United States, and they carry social security numbers. Now, a lot of these foreigners, I want you to keep that in mind. A lot of these foreigners do not have social security numbers. They do not, but you do. But you do. So just imagine, you know, I mean, that's affected some of the Caucasians as well. In fact, a lot of them, you know, who do not have dual citizenship, yeah, it's affecting them as well. So it's not just us, but I just want you to know that, yeah, that's pretty major, because that's stealing your identity. That's identity theft all over again. And they could do any and everything with that. Again, she said 200,000 dead people, their social security numbers were being utilized by the fraudsters, okay? In order for them to receive SNAP benefits though. All right, so apparently they know if those foreigners that committed those fraudulent activity, if they know the loophole, and then it's long gone. It's over with. And I'm pretty sure the government is fully aware of that. With this guy right here filing a whistleblower complaint about this, you know, and it's not being majorly broadcasted on, you know, on your so-called legacy media stations, that's a problem, you know. And I'm just doing my due diligence and letting people know, hey man, that's a problem. Yeah, they found the loophole for sure. They found the loophole. What's up, y'all? Hold on, let me make sure. If you're enjoying the stream, do me a favor, y'all. Come on, seriously. Go ahead. If you ain't subscribed already, unsubscribe and resubscribe right now. Click the like button. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on anything. And whoa, somebody came up in here and dropped a nuke. I see it now. Don J gifted 20. Thank you for the gifted. Don J with the 20 gifted. I appreciate that, Don.
Set it on fire.
I appreciate that.
Fire.
I appreciate that. Yeah, Don. That's love right there. And I see that it's silver memberships. I appreciate that, Don. Thank you. Thank you so much. Miss Tay, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, and there was a couple of super chats as well. Hold on, let me read those really quick before we move on. Jason, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Let me drop a bomb. You said, thank you, Dane. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. T. Miller, thank you for the super chat. You said, do some research on Fogmore Plantation in LA. I mean, wait, in LA or, wait, is that LA or are you trying to tell me Louisiana? Are you saying Louisiana? I hope you in the chat, T. Miller. Tell me in the chat if you're talking about Louisiana. And now, yeah, I wouldn't have a, you know, I'm nosy. You know, I'm nosy as hell. I'll find out. Faith is all we need. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. You said he doesn't have to apologize because he meant it. Now give us our reparations because he knows they owe it to us. I know that's right. I mean, me personally, you know, I believe that we're owed way more than reparations. There's a way to do things. There's a way to do things, but we gotta have proper structure. All the more reason why I put that book out, The Quiet Blueprint of Wealth, Trust, Land, and Family Power. Please go get that book. Please. You don't have to wait on them to give you the reparations. You should be able to have your heaven right here on earth, right now, before you transcend. Dre, thank you for the super chat. You said Hardback will be there on Tuesday. I'm geeked. I appreciate that.
Set it on
I appreciate
fire.
that.
Fire.
And you see how fast Amazon working? Amazon on it. I gotta pay a little extra for that, but Amazon on it. And I appreciate that, y'all. Okay. Let me pull out that other video really quickly. All right, so, oh no, I'm on the, wait, am I still on it? No. Hold on, let me go back to it. I don't think I finished it. I apologize, y'all. Not this one, the Elon Musk
Police
one.
raided the offices of Elon Musk's social media network X on Tuesday. The Paris prosecutor's office said it had ordered the tech billionaire to face questions in April related to a widening investigation into the platform. The raid is linked to a year-long investigation into suspected abuse of algorithms and fraudulent data extraction by X or its executives. In a statement, the Paris prosecutor's office said it was now widening that investigation.
So this is France.
Complaints over the functioning of X's AI chatbot Grok. The probe will now also look into alleged complicity in the detection and diffusion of images of a child pornographic nature and the violation of a person's image rights. Musk and former CEO Linda Yaccarino are summoned to a hearing on April the 20th. Other X staff are also summoned as witnesses. There was no immediate comment from X.
Okay. So I just wanted to play that, but yeah, they're not the only one. Iran is doing the same thing to X, to Elon Musk. And again, he's refusing to have government support to get involved, because they're going to have to, he's going to be swindled to, go a political route if that's the case, if he has them involved. And he refused to have that government contract with them. So I just want y'all to know that, because I did mention that during the last live stream that he is being hit by a couple of countries, especially Iran, because of that war that's allegedly happening right now. I'm saying allegedly because I'm not there. I don't know what's going on between them and Israel. And we know for a fact that Trump tried to stop Israel from doing that, but they're still pushing forward, threatening. And they're saying that they're going to be using American troops to get it done. And I played that video during the last live stream. Y'all heard it from the former IDF director. And a lot of those people who worked for the IDF are now working for ICE, which segues into the next topic. ICE. Now, I'm sick and tired of talking about it, to be honest with you. But there's some people out there. Remember last live stream, plenty of us were saying that we're not against ICE, right? They're supposed to be here doing the job, which is deporting illegal immigrants. If they're illegal or criminals, it doesn't matter. They need to go, especially if they're illegally here, right? Now, if they're trying to come here seeking asylum, there's a process for that. That's totally separate from being illegal. You had to go through a process with that, with your green card, in order to establish your nationality, right? Because you'll eventually receive your nationality ID. Not that part, not those that seeking asylum, not that. I'm talking about illegal immigrants coming over here, masking themselves as other people. They're still receiving benefits from the government, by the way. That needs to be known. In many different ways, especially with those SNAP benefits that we just went over. They're still able to take care of themselves without even having to work. We saw that as well, especially in New York, where they were just handing them cards that was filled up with $25,000 at a time. So, and they could use it any way that they want, not just, for food. We saw that. All of that is out there. Now, there's some news reports indicating that there is 60% of Americans who disapprove of ICE performance. Now, remember last live stream, I had Kalahari come up, and he was telling me the only reason why he's against ICE, what they're doing, meaning their performance. He's referring to how hard they're coming after these people. Now, one of the videos that I played yesterday, they pulled some old guy. Whether if he was illegal or not, I don't know, but they pulled some old guy out of a house, and it was snow on the ground. Everybody's bundled up in Minnesota, and it was snow on the ground. It was cold outside. They pulled that guy out the house, and he had on shorts. Hold on, let me show you, because just in case y'all didn't see yet, because this is horrible. I'm just going to quickly show this, because this is not. I don't like this part. I mean, you should have at least let this guy put some clothes on. It's cold outside, bro. So, I mean, you see how cold they wrapped up, snow out. So they pulled this guy out, right? Hold on, let me look at what he got on, bro. This part right here is unnecessary. I'm not gonna lie. They at least let him, he ain't got no shirt on. It looked like just boxers and old guy that, right? Look at that. You see what I'm saying? Like that part right there, I can't agree with, and I think that needs to be, hey man, I'm not saying that you got to treat them like shit. Of course they wrong. They came over here illegally, but come on, bro. It's cold outside. It's freezing. Come on, bro. Like, don't do that. Some of y'all mean bad, but dang, he going right to the car. That still doesn't matter, bro. He could catch pneumonia just from the walk from the door to the car with no shirt on. We talking about, I'm not saying that you got to have feelings for the person, but come on. If you're going to be a human, be a human. That part right there ain't cool, That probably ain't cool. Now, I don't know his background. I don't know what he did. He could have been, now, if he was touching on little kids or something like that, then fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, if he was doing that, then yeah. You know, I agree. I say, yeah, the nigga could have been naked. We taking him to the car. You know what I'm saying? He need to get out of here. If he touching and feeling on little kids and stuff like that, yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go. Now, we don't know that though, as far as this person is concerned. All right, and that's what those are the images and videos that we're seeing. And yeah, so there's people out there that disapproving with their performance.
Meanwhile, overall, Americans support the removal of criminal illegal immigrants from the country, but there is disagreement on some of the tactics. Let's go to Emma Withrow from the Fact Check team to dig
Why
deeper
she look
into
fake?
this. And I understand that Republicans and Democrats are very divided. Where do the numbers stand?
Yeah, super partisan on this one. So to be clear, these polls dig into the how rather than the purpose of ICE's mission. So according to the NPR, PBS, and Marist poll, 60% of Americans disapprove of the job that ICE is doing, 33% approve. And then when you look into the partisan side of things, 91% of Democrats disapprove of the agency's performance, and 66% of independents agree. But then at the same time, nearly 3 in 4 Republicans, so 73%, they approve of how ICE is doing its job. The amount of people, though, who think ICE has gone too far in enforcing immigration laws is up by 11% since last summer, mostly driven by independents and Democrats.
How many ICE agents have joined the Department of Homeland Security, especially when you consider the Trump administration's major recruitment campaign that just launched?
Yeah, it's been unbelievable to see how many recruitment efforts have gone on just in the last year. So ICE reported last month that they've had 120% manpower increase, all thanks to this recruitment campaign that they've been putting out. They previously had around 10,000 agents, and then after they received around 220,000 applications, they've doubled their force to 22,000 agents. And President Trump's big, beautiful bill gave ICE agents that signing bonus of up to $50,000. They also gave them up to $60,000 in student loan repayments and up to 25% in premium pay. So you can see why those incentives have led a lot of people to apply.
Emma, thank you. We'll be continuing to follow the numbers. Emma's going to join us in a few moments to dig.
Okay, this girl right here look fake to me. I don't know. Maybe it's too much. It's something wrong. She don't look real. All right. So let me keep it moving. So people are divided about this.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers have been under the microscope following the fatal shootings.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I just a second. Is it the lips? Something look off. Is this AI or is this a real person? Dee, is she already using a stage name? Dee Gatton. I don't know about that. See, we could be looking at CGI nowadays, y'all. We could be looking at AI, and we don't know. That's how good AI has become.
2 U.S. citizens during protests. Many are wondering what the training process is for these agents, most of whom just recently joined the force. Let's go to Emma Withrow from the Fact Check team, and you've been digging into their background. Speak to us, first of all, about the kind of training that these ICE agents
Okay, so this is their training. Let me see.
From my understanding, and there's definitely some mixed messaging on what's happening and what's changed, but most ICE recruits, whether they're deportation officers or special agents, they start their careers at the federal law enforcement training centers in Georgia. And so traditionally ICE's law enforcement training programs, like the enforcement and removal operations basic course, were a few months long, like more so 4 to 6 months long, covering a range of legal and tactical subjects before anybody was sent out into the field.
Wait,
but
4
recently
to 6 months
it's been reported
long.
across multiple.
Damn, wait a minute. 4 to 6 months long. Is that enough? Because military is a whole year. Okay, correct me. Who military out there? If I'm recalling correctly, the military go through a whole year PT, right? It's a whole year, not 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months is pretty quick. Like, are they able to learn how to, properly holster a weapon in 4 months? Depending on the branch. She just heavy on the makeup? Okay. I don't know. It was something up. It's just something a little month. At least 6 months. That military is definitely not an entire year of training. I could have sworn it was. I could have sworn you going through a whole year. 3 to 6 months boot camp. Half exercise, half school. Okay, it depends on the branch. Okay. 9 weeks basic training. 3 months you a veteran. Okay. Okay. 16 weeks of combat. Okay. Police training is 3 months. Depends on what they're training for. Yeah. Okay. Now, I know the correctional officers go a little quicker too. Yeah, I saw that. The police, the regular like beat police and correctional officers and some of those federal agents that are downtown in Washington, D.C., like this Capitol Police, they don't take that long. I know that for a fact. I got family members and all that. And I see that they, they've been there for years though. In fact, a couple of my family members probably retired now, but yeah, they didn't have to take that long. Okay. All right, so what y'all think? Do y'all think it's fair that the ICE is only getting about 3 to 6 months of training? Y'all think that's okay? Y'all think that's fair? Type 1 if you think that's fair. Or type 2 if you believe they need more training. Y'all train much more before deployment? Oh no, we got military in the house, big time. They're all over the 13% too. My military brothers and sisters don't play that shit. Like even my security detail military, you know what I mean? We don't play that shit. So 2, a lot of twos. Y'all saying that they need more training. Okay. 3 is all staged. Okay. Now, I partially agree with you on that. A lot of the protests are staged for sure. I believe a lot of the protests are staged. But as far as ICE is concerned, that part is not staged. Depending if they excel in their training, okay. Longer than regular office. That's longer than regular officers. Yeah, because if they saying 6 months, that is a little longer, right? Yeah. Yeah, not all of it. Yeah, I agree. Not all of it is staged, but the protests are. The protests, in my opinion, yeah, that's staged. Okay. Police only need a high school diploma. Yeah, some police departments only need a high school diploma. I agree. I mean, because what's the point of going to college? To do what? Learn how to shoot a weapon? You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to go that route, then yeah, I mean, you just need to learn what your job is on the job training or whatever, You don't need to go to college for that. I don't think you should. Not, me personally. Okay, so you did 4 months. You was San Diego, okay, in the Navy. Shout out to the Navy. Shout out to the Army. Shout out to the Marines. Oh, and the Air Force. Shout out to the Air Force as well. And all those special units out there. All right. Okay, let's keep it pushing.
The timeline was sped up quite a bit. So according to the Poynter Institute, the training period for some new agents was cut from something, like I said, 5 months down to roughly 8 weeks of classroom and hands-on instruction. So about 48 training days if you count 6 days a week when that's happening.
I was going to say, that does seem shorter than local police academies. It's definitely
bro, you heard that? Now, do y'all think that's wrong? They shortened down their training. Now, that's low. 8 weeks? That's a little low. That's matter of fact, that's kind of, god damn, they just throwing them to the wolves. What y'all think about that?
Military training, right?
For sure, yeah. So, I mean, local police academies definitely vary by state and department, but they commonly run several months as well. And then usually they have some additional field trainings before they're just sent out into the communities for solo assignments. For ICE agents, though, recent reporting by The Atlantic and analyzed by the Poynter Institute says that languages, cultural training, and longer immersive courses used to be part of the curriculum, but some of those elements have been kind of reduced or replaced with technology and also just shorter instruction blocks.
What about the prerequisites before, they even begin this training? What does that look like?
So DHS says that to be considered for an ICE law enforcement position, applicants need to do a background check, got to do a drug test, medical exam, and fitness evaluation. And then a lot of positions require at least a bachelor's degree or a combination of work experience and education. These standards are pretty much just supposed to screen for the reliability of judgment
4 years of college
in high stress enforcement roles. So it's
just
pretty
that first level.
Yeah, exactly.
Emma, thank you. And for a closer look at this Factor Team topic, including links to their sources.
So 4 years of college for like supervisor managerial roles. I mean, that's basic. Like, that's basically how everybody else is, in a way. it's not necessary for you to have a college education to become an officer. But yeah, if you want to get into like supervisor roles, maybe like sergeant and lieutenant, you know what I mean? They probably want you to have at least 4 years. Okay, I mean, with that stuff cut short like that, I mean, that's probably why. That's probably why they're acting the way they're acting. Like, some of those people put a uniform on or put a badge on rather and feel like they're above the law. That's what a lot of different, police officer departments, not just ICE. Not all of them would do that, but some of them. I done ran into a few of them that felt like they was above the law. All right. And that's, I mean, maybe they're doing that right now, being more lenient because they need more people. But they do need to go back and get more training, in my opinion. I believe they should. More tactical training, more like how do you react in certain situations, taking care of your brothers or your sisters who are ICE. I haven't actually seen a woman as an ICE agent. I haven't. So, I mean, maybe y'all have, but I haven't. I haven't seen a woman as an ICE agent. But yeah, they gotta, they gotta, in my opinion, they gotta go back and do some more training. Now that's less than police officers. That's questionable. All right, so FBI, wait, huh? Why you send me this? FBI agent turns tables on disrespectful cop? Hold on. I just got this. Okay, is correlating? Okay, hold on. Let me see what this is, y'all. He about to get suspended. Without pay for at least 2 weeks. They gonna reprimand him. He gonna have to go back home and explain it to his wife. Well, why did you get suspended? Well, I pulled some black guy over, just thinking he was a regular black guy. That's all. That's the reason why you pulled him over. Tint windows, black guy. They talking about something. Is he a drug dealer with a gun in his front? He told you that he went. Come on, bro. Drug dealers don't put their gun in the front of them. Like they don't put, the holster is not in front of, bro. If they got a holster, like a drug dealer? No, bro, you tripping. That's what your ass get. I appreciate that. Thank you for sending me that. Perfect timing. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. That's what his ass get. All right, so hold on. Let me, all right, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, we can play that. I mean, let me see. Hold on, let me see.
Trying to get people to sign a petition. We were trying to move 5,000 black people in Divider.
No, we don't want to sign no paperwork saying you moving no in here.
What did you say?
They don't allow it.
We're gonna prank America's most racist town, Vidor, Texas. For decades, Vidor was a sundown town and home to the KKK.
This was considered a headquarters town for the Klan.
And today, there are still racist events in Vidor that help keep its terrible reputation alive, as thousands of posts online warn black people not to visit the town.
Do not go to Vidor, Texas.
The black know not to stop here in this town. I love it.
Despite this, the city claims they're not racist anymore.
We love everybody. We're not the same Vidor that people think we are. And I would say to the people that don't think that to be necessarily true, come visit our city. You'll see exactly who we are.
So that's exactly our plan. We're doing multiple tests in Vidor to see if it's actually racist, and ending with a prank on the entire town. But before going to Vidor, we stopped in the nearby city of Beaumont.
We're 10 minutes away from Vidor. We're gonna ask some people here what Vidor's actually like. Do you have any opinions on Vidor, Texas?
Oh, they racist. You go to Vidor, man, after dark, you might not come back.
They may hassle you and all that.
You have a sign, don't let the sun go down your ass.
Do you guys ever go to Vidor, hang out?
Oh, hell no.
You don't even stop and get food out there.
If you go to Vidor, they will kill you, literally.
Dead ass. You don't need to go.
To start, this first prank
could end racism here if it was real. The town is actually almost entirely white still to this day. So we're going to go around with a petition to try to move 5,000 black people here. We're going to try to get 10 signatures. That's life-changing here. This could actually end racism.
And we're doing this as our fake group.
The Unity Project, Black Lives Matter movement. We're trying to... This is a petition here. We're trying to get 5,000 black people to move to the city. Okay. We're trying to move in 5,000 black people into Vidor. And we're also trying to get a George Floyd statue built. We're hoping to make this place kind of like the next Atlanta. So would you be interested in signing at all?
The next Atlanta.
People are welcome without a petition. We're not racist over here.
Where'd you get that?
Yeah, what?
That smile.
Boy, go home.
Boy, we're off to a pretty good start, actually. I don't think there's anybody in this. One problem that we're having is all these stores are just completely empty.
There's only a few big stores in Vidor, one of which is Walmart. However, Brady and myself are actually banned from every Walmart in the world. So we sent Zopal and Amr inside to get signatures, but after getting a couple, things went very wrong.
It's just like free housing for like struggling like black people.
I'm not signing anything.
Are you sure you don't want to sign this?
No, I'm positive I'm not signing it.
Okay.
Ask y'all to leave.
This somehow got the cops called.
Bro, we're gonna get banned. Call Brady and get us out of here. We need an extra.
It's the first day and the cops are already after us.
We slowly got more signatures, but it wasn't easy.
And we're trying to get 5,000 black people to move into Vidor by 2027.
Man, I don't sign nothing there. Okay.
Would you be in?
Same here, man. And you have no permission to take my picture, okay?
That's not a real camera, though. Just to be clear, like, if people don't sign this petition, that obviously doesn't mean they're racist. There's literally 10,000 people in this town. You know, why would they want to add 5,000 more? We're exaggerating these pranks, you know, just seeing how people react.
I don't care if they move in, but I'm not signing a petition.
Didn't we do this about 20 years ago?
I don't know.
What happened 20 years ago?
In 1994, Vidor tried moving in a few black families for the first time, but they were not welcomed and moved out shortly after.
They were calling them. I just wanted my shoes solid.
It was part of that fear generated because of the activities of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes, sir.
The town claims it's changed since the 90s, but we'll see just how much.
Hi. We're trying to get people to sign a petition.
What for?
We were trying to move 5,000 black people into Vidor.
No, we don't want to sign no paperwork that you moving no in here.
What did you just say?
Oh.
We don't do that.
Oh, okay. He's bold, huh?
They don't allow it.
Can I ask them? We're trying to move in 5,000 black people into Vidor if you guys would be interested.
I ain't interested.
Oh. Why not?
I just ain't interested to sign no damn petition.
We expect like 50 black-owned businesses to open up here, so it'd be like great for the economy.
They have their black community.
And you guys have yours?
Yeah, we have ours.
So you guys.
Well, I'm black.
I don't care if you're yellow.
Why y'all come to Vidor, Texas, trying to move in people?
Because it's like a primarily white town.
Yeah, it's fully white, and we're proud of it. You need to go back wherever you come from.
Oh. Do you need help starting your car? We have a mechanic.
No, I am a mechanic.
That's a mechanic. He could help with the car. I can help.
I'm a mechanic too. I don't need no help.
I'm a black mechanic though.
I'm a white mechanic though.
Sir, I think you might need gas because our Black Lives Matter mobile, it always breaks down.
I'm joking, right? I'm not in no good mood, man.
Oh, you're not?
Black, white thing, man. They don't cut it with me, dog. Move around.
Oh, sorry. We'll just head back to the Black Lives Matter mobile.
Y'all get y'all's asses back to where y'all come from. They get people killed around here.
All right.
Go back where y'all come from.
And you know the reality to this? I mean, even though he's aggravating them and try to get, pranking them, do y'all know that's exactly what happened during the civil rights movement? Keep in mind, we were already living segregated. I'm talking about our people. We're segregated from the white folks. During that time period, during the civil rights movement, that's what it was all about, desegregation. Like, they want you guys to believe that all of our communities were not prospering. They want you guys to believe that all of our communities were living in poverty. And that's not true, because if you actually take a look at their areas, okay, listen, we had multi-million-dollar making families within our communities throughout the United States. And then we had the majority of middle class. Beautiful homes. We had our own communities. We had our own farms. We had our own businesses. We literally had our own cities and towns. Then the late 1950s, 1960s came around and it changed everything. But again, what was it? What changed everything? It was a political campaign to disrupt the white folks. Seriously, that's what happened. Other white folks doing exactly what they're doing. Even though they're pranking, that's exactly what they were doing. In order to desegregate their areas, their businesses, their schools. And they were sending our young children of colleges and universities as guinea pigs to go demonstrate, to go act as if they wanted to desegregate a particular cafe, for example, or a restaurant. Like it was, back then it wasn't Negroes, it was coloreds only, whites only, right? It was literally set where they had their own, we had our own. What was wrong with that? What was wrong with that? Did that entice racism? I don't know. It don't look like it, because according to the videos that I was playing from that era, a lot of our people were getting along with white folks back then, and white folks was getting along with us. A lot. Ask the bankers. In fact, ask the federal government who pulled them out of poverty. And I mean, sorry, not poverty, recession. Recession. Right after so-called slavery ended, by the way, 1865. Who pulled the government out of that recession? Who pulled them out of that Great Depression? Ask them. I dare you. I already got this information out there. It was our people. It was our banks. It was our circulation of money. Gold. Oil. We had it all. And livestock. We were literally feeding America and building America into what it is today. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, again, it started off just like this. It started off just like this. People, we didn't have a seat at the table of the Democratic Party. At that time, it was the Dixiecrats, the Dixie Party. You could go back on my channel. I have multiple videos on this, on the civil rights movement. And especially my movie, Mother Rosa. I show you what they were doing. The NAACP, and they got the nerve. The NAACP just recently put out a statement. And what are they doing? They got to put out a statement because they claiming that Trump was being racist with, you know, that particular video. Right, but what else did you do, NAACP? What have you done for the black communities? The so-called black communities, NAACP. Out of all of these years, as much money as the NAACP made, and the reason why I be getting on them so much is because they were the first organization created when it was so-called black and so-called white coming together to create an organization that was allegedly supposed to be for the advancement of colored people. It wasn't the advancement of colored people, it was the advancement of certain people. And they were going around sending young children who were of the youth department of the NAACP out to the neighborhoods of rich white folk to ask for donations. Again, very similar to this. Even though they're asking for signatures, it was very similar. Like, again, we're laughing and joking about this, and I am still gonna laugh and joke about this, but technically this was real. This was happening in the late 50s and especially in the 60s. NAACP has not been held accountable for their misconduct and their lies and misguiding young children into what? Because do you know it will be people out there right now tooth and nail. They will fight you tooth and nail and tell you that the civil rights movement allowed us to get rights. No, it did not. No, it didn't. Medane, he signed, they made Johnson signed the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Act. The Civil Rights Act did not indicate that it was strictly for so-called black people. It didn't say black, it didn't say colored, it did not say Negro. Not one time Foreigners took advantage of this. Okay? They took advantage of the Civil Rights Movement. Correction, Civil Rights Act. They took advantage of the Civil Rights Acts, because it was more than one, actually. Foreigners coming over. Just like they took advantage of, what was that Trump just got rid of, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all, come on, chat. Trump just got rid of a particular law. And you saw some Democrats and some Republicans who are so-called of color being upset. He taking jobs away from us, y'all. He taking jobs away from us. But he exposed that the jobs wasn't even being given to you. Yep, DEI. DEI. Everything that they claimed that they put in place for the benefit of our people, it wasn't. Our people were not being treated fairly. It was foreigners coming on board who were taking advantage of DEI. For example, do you know that there's a law in the NFL right now that says that anytime a team is trying to hire a new candidate for, like, for example, for a head coach position, that they got to interview so-called black people? They just got to interview them. That don't mean they about to get the job. Yes, it's called the Rooney Rule. Do you know how racist? That's underlying racist right there. Here, let's give this nigga an opportunity to meet the owners of an organization who still ain't gonna give them a job, regardless if they qualify or not. That's a waste of fucking time. Are you kidding me? But DEI benefited us. No, the fuck it didn't. Affirmative action did not benefit us. Just like the Civil Rights Acts did not benefit us. Again, it only benefited foreigners, incoming foreigners. They took advantage of that. Just like the foreigners took advantage of our tribes. Especially when they were transitioned into nations. Same thing. This is how, another reason why you know you're indigenous to this land. It was foreigners coming in, taking advantages of the tribes, the so-called nations. Ain't no fucking nation. Parliament already told you there was only one nation under a groove, right? Getting down just for the fuck of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Nothing can stop us now. It's only one nation. One. Everybody else is quasi, meaning acting as if. They are not sovereign nations. How can you be a sovereign nation and you have citizens? That's why they gave us the birthright citizenship. Trump was right, including his administration, for calling that shit out. Letting y'all know that the birthright citizenship was only for the indigenous people. The foreigners got scared, like, wait a minute. So what does that mean for us? That means that you're not indigenous to this land. That means if he removes birthright citizenship, a lot of y'all in trouble because y'all were trying to take advantage of the loophole that was there to make it seem as if you are a citizen and or indigenous to this land and have rights. But the flip side of that is that the government, this particular government, 1871, was built on immigration. That's what they were built on. That was their number one goal, migrating other foreigners here so they could manipulate, so they could implement their own rules and regulations because they were being mistreated where they were located originally, which was their motherland. So they wanted this area to be, quote unquote, the new world for them. This is documented. I've been teaching this for 11 years. So in other words, they were benefiting only these foreigners coming over here. And yet they disguised it to make it seem like it was benefiting us. And still to this very day, we are being mistreated in so many different ways. Let me just call it environmental racism. Because it's every which way. So that's why I'm disgusted when I see that Trump didn't properly apologize. And I was also disgusted when Biden came out and said, if you don't vote for him, then you ain't black. Even though he was exposing the term black, that was a slap in the face. Because how you think they were gonna feel if I came out and said, look, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't white? And Charlemagne just sat there and let him get away with that. It's gonna be a time when you're gonna have to put disrespectful people in their place. Otherwise, they're gonna continuously take advantage of you. If you don't set them in their place early, they know how to treat you from that point forward. This is the reason why I say our people right now, those of y'all that are here right now, we have to be leaders of the new school. We gotta change this dynamic. We can't just sit up there and let everything repeat. History only repeats itself if you allow it. All right.
Bro, go before we get shot. We were about to leave. So me and Zopha was in the car and it was just them. And then Zopha came out at the end.
I was literally waiting. I was like, this is gonna be so perfect. That was insane.
After our first of many racist encounters, we spent the next hour getting signatures until we finally had 10.
I'm kind of surprised that we had 10 people sign this. They're willing to create change and wanting to create change, and that's good.
The Unity Project will return later when we try selling woke items at a local flea market and also prank the entire town. But for now, we want to go more undercover and talk to locals without an obvious camera or wearing BLM shirts.
It's about nighttime in what many people still think is a sundown town.
While driving around, we saw someone waving a Confederate flag in a parking lot.
Wait, is this guy selling this stuff?
Should we go over there?
Yeah.
What kind of flag are you looking for?
Confederate flag?
Oh yeah! Where y'all from?
We live in Beaumont, but I want to move to Vidor. I saw some place that said Vidor, Texas. It's the most racist town in America.
Vidor, Texas. They don't want nothing to do with the blacks. They gotta get out.
Is it the most racist town?
Yeah, they don't want the blacks at all. I love it.
Like, what if they did like move in? What would happen?
Could the government stop it?
The cops will give them a hard time. The black know not to stop here in this town. I go to the store and leave my car open. I'm not gonna get robbed. So I'm like, yeah, they don't have an attitude problem. You know, the black people have an attitude.
Obviously, we're just playing characters in this video, so people will
You heard
open
that
up to
stereotype?
us, and it definitely worked.
Beaumont is ridden by thugs.
Oh yeah. They're not allowed here in Vidor. In Louisiana, they call them teen.
They call them what?
Teen.
What does that stand for?
Do you have any Confederate caps? Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, you got the mega one. Yeah, I got this one. The plain Rebel.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Oh, hell yeah. Let's get a picture. You want to be in it?
Yeah, I know I want to say something about this because a lot of our people have been misinformed about the Confederate flag. They think that the Confederate flag has all to do with the KKK, meaning the Ku Klux Klan. But that wasn't even the Ku Klux Klan's flag. The Ku Klux Klan's flag, I put the documentary out on this, was the USA flag. This rebel flag, this Confederate flag, was our ancestors' flag. Multiple different tribes utilized this flag before these white folks even got here. This is historically documented, by the way. And that Confederate flag looked many different, it had different variations of that flag. That's technically our people's flag. Technically. Our ancestors fought and died behind that flag and for that flag. I'm talking about families galore, because keep in mind, the majority of our ancestors fought on the Confederate side. That's what you guys got to understand. Not the Union. I told you who was fighting in the Union. The original Union left and joined the Confederate Army. Listen to me. The original Union left and joined the Confederate Army. Those Buffalo Soldiers was not in the Union. And I showed you that Abraham Lincoln was panicking and paying foreigners who were untrained people to join the Union so they could die, because they were going against military trained people. That's documented. He made a request to Congress in order for more foreigners to come in by way of trains to make them join the Union Army, giving them promise after promise, knowing they were being sent on a dummy mission. Those people did know they were being sent on a dummy mission, but they felt as though, I mean, hey, as long as my children got food, my wife got a house, that's how they felt. They was receiving benefits just for going against a real army. And they had no tactical training. In fact, they had no time to train. And do you know that's not being taught in public schools? That's not being taught in colleges and universities? And they got the nerve to get mad at me. They thinking that I'm making this shit up. When I literally pulled up documentation and gave it to, do you know anybody that's out there that's stating that I never put up any evidence are lying? Every single one of my videos that are documentary style got evidence in it. Every single one. I didn't make this up. I'm telling you that our people had that flag before these white folks, way before them. And it was multiple different variations with it. Shout out to the Chickamauga. Multiple different variations of that flag. The Chickamauga was going, hey, listen, y'all gotta understand. All right, now I'm getting hyped. Let me calm down. Y'all gotta understand what that flag was about before it was popularized by these southern poverty-stricken white folks right here. They don't know nobody. They don't know. They're ignorant. They don't know. Again, they're associating this flag with the KKK. That's cap. That was never their flag. I got that documentary out right now. And they admitted what their flag was by documentation. When they came to visit, not Abraham Lincoln, when they came to visit Woodrow Wilson, and they played that video, Birth of a Nation, they had the USA flag. That was their flag. That was their rebel flag. And they wrote their own creed and told you that that was their flag, not the Confederate flag. And I showed you that. I showed you their creed. I'm not making that up. And this was before ChatGPT was even thought of. I was kicking ass with this information. Ain't nobody talk about that but me. I'm telling y'all right now, it's people out there right now still regurgitating my information that I know I was the only one that put out because I did that research here. And they can't spit it out like how I can. They can't go pull up the records like how I can. I pay for these documents, goddammit. It was, again, no ChatGPT ever at that time. 11 years I've been doing this. And you mean to tell me that you still gonna allow these white folks to hold up our flag and not say nothing? Because of your ignorance, that's why. They made you believe that that was not associated with your people. And the majority of our ancestors fought on the side of the South, goddammit. Because the majority of our ancestors were in the South. Frederick Douglass was born in the South, ran up north. Allegedly, Harriet Tubman was born in the South and ran up north. See how they trying to make y'all believe that, oh no, we was up. Yeah, we were up north, but we were heavy in the South. The 13 colonies? All the Eastern Woodland Indians, the Mississippians, was all us. That looked like you and I. All up and down. Top, bottom. Virginia on over. Even in Texas, out here in Texas. Don't make me get on Cali. We had it all, and the only reason why we don't have it now is because they made the children believe that we didn't have none of it. And the only way that they could do that was in school. Compulsory education. At the same time they were showing, listen to how that worked. At the same time they were showing Woodrow Wilson, The Birth of a Nation, which was referring to the Ku Klux Klan and their establishment. At the same time, they implemented compulsory education and institutionalized every single school that was out there. From public to your good old Sunday school and church. Don't forget the state works with the church works with the state. I got a whole book out on that as well. Proved it to you. That one is called Fixing America's Broken Promise. I don't play. Well, everything, I'm telling y'all, it hasn't been one time where anything that I put out, anybody out there debunked it. Not one time. Not one. They would just run their mouth. They don't put that shit up like how I did and still do. That took time. That was a lot of sacrificing that I did. Y'all gotta figure out what the problem was, right? Y'all know how these women are. The women, some of them. Let me just say some. Some of the women want y'all time. And I was working so hard that I couldn't give a woman my time. Not all of it. I was dedicated to this, still am. I was on a mission and couldn't nobody stop me. And look at us now. Look at us now. You know how proud, I'm so fucking proud, bruh, of this. I'm so proud of our people. I didn't know, again, and I've been saying this for over a year, I didn't know it was gonna move this fast. But I'm so thankful that our people woke the fuck up and standing on principle here. And like, nah, we not hearing that African shit no more. That's out. That Pan-Africanism is dead now. It's dead. It's gone. That's it. It's over with. All those spells that they casted on our people in the 60s, it's over with. It's a few of them still lingering around. Don't get me wrong. But I'm so glad that this is happening. Because it's going to be allowing our people to better themselves now and in the future. The truth is known now. And I worked my butt off. And that's what I'm saying, that made me proud. When I hear people repeating my stuff, I be smiling like, damn, I'm not gonna lie. I know I touched millions of people, but when I see it is when it kick in. You know what I'm saying? When they repeat it to me in front of my face, when they repeat it to me when we on a panel or something, when they repeating it, when they in their own videos, they reading from my books. I'm like, bro, this shit is amazing. They quoting from my videos. They playing I'm like, bro, thank you, bro. Cause I swear to I ain't know if it was working or not. I didn't. At one point, I ain't know. I was like, man, I hope it's gonna be worth it. And I was getting backlash after backlash after backlash. And it was only for those people who were making money off of our people because they knew our people were vulnerable and they were taking advantage of our people. Lie after lie after lie after lie. Those were the only people that were coming after me. Boule, boot licking, house Negroes. And I knew better than that. That's why none of them wanted to come on my panel. None of them wanted to debate me. Anytime I called them out, they never wanted to show up on camera. All for that nigga. Y'all know who I'm talking about. All for that nigga 50 grand. He backed out. Immediately, he backed out. But he begging y'all for donations. 15, 17 years, and that school still ain't got one teacher. Ain't even got a desk, let alone electricity. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. Some of y'all that don't.
I will not be debating Dane Calloway.
Man, I stepped up on a scene. I stopped them in their tracks. I wasn't having it. I wasn't having it. All right, but yeah, like, so when I see, to go back to this video, so when I see this Confederate flag like this, don't get it twisted. Our people was holding it up loud and proud. And just like how y'all saying the foreigners cosplaying us right now, and which is true, don't get it twisted. It's a lot of Southern whites that are cosplaying as us too. And look, and they up in them so-called nations right now. And they up in them so-called nations right now. Hey, mods, hold up. I think we got somebody that need to go. Here we go.
60 for these two? Yeah. Thank you. We are both from a small country town, very white areas. I've never seen anybody selling Confederate flags on the side of the road.
To be fair, this lady doesn't speak for everyone in Vider. It would be impossible to talk to all 10,000 residents. However, we did have a plan to test the entire town. We bought multiple billboards around Vider that all say Vider loves black people. We could act like there's a deep message behind these billboards, but in reality, we just want to piss off the people here who actually are racist. On our final day in Vider, we plan to post pictures of these billboards in local Facebook groups to see how the town reacts. Since the billboards are up for multiple days, we stopped by to see one.
Oh, we just drove by the billboard for the first time. Apparently there's a car stopping, waiting to take a picture.
Oh my God, they're actually here for the billboard.
This is like a tourist attraction. Blowing up, bro.
After resting up at our Airbnb in Beaumont, we were ready for day 2.
I got my fresh drip on, a ramen sweatshirt. Now Zopal and I are going to act like foreigners and see how people treat an outsider. They may not say anything racist to our faces, so Owen's gonna talk to them afterwards and see what they actually think.
Me and Amr look pretty country.
As soon as we walked in the store, our filmer Cameron got kicked out for having a camera.
And I think they're onto us. I don't know how.
So we talked to the first person we could.
Excuse me.
Don't know.
Do you have...
I have no clue.
You guys need to go back to where you came from.
Now that Brady and Zopal walked away, let's see what this guy thinks about them.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what they're speaking. It ain't me.
Did they come up to you?
Yeah.
I told them to go back to where they came from. We don't want them to
I wish I thought about that. Get your black ass back to wherever you go. Tell them to go themselves.
Yeah. Hey, have a good one, sir.
Hey. We got lower things you up.
Shortly after, Brady and Zopal were also kicked out of the store.
Take the recording device outside. He whispered to me as we were walking away saying, it's good to hang one of them every now and then.
There's no way.
He whispered it, so hopefully he caught it on my mic.
No way.
What?
It's worth noting this was literally the only person we were able to try this on.
We had a ton of stuff planned to be like foreigners. I mean, that was like the main grocery store in this town. I thought we were gonna do like 10 pranks in there, talk to 10 people, but this is literally a one-road town with only a few stores, and we basically ran through all of them.
Luckily for Vider, we still have other tests to do, but for now, we want to explore the town to see if it's as bad as viral videos claim.
I saw a doll of a black man wrapped in a Confederate flag hanging from a tree by its neck. That's the type of stuff I saw in Vider, Texas.
If you asked AI to generate what does the most racist town in America look like, it would literally be this.
Hi, buddy. Bark if you're racist.
Bro, we're like 2 minutes away from like downtown where all the stores and stuff are.
Bro, this is sad. All these yards are covered with trash.
Why are we turning off the main road?
Whoa, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. They're poverty-stricken.
Like any town, there's areas that don't look very appealing, but that doesn't mean Vider is racist. Although some of the things we saw definitely don't help their reputation.
I think I want to move here.
While driving around, we found a local food stand where we hoped to find snacks to sell at our woke store the next day.
How you doing? Levi Wade, nice to meet you.
You like green olives or black?
I don't like many black things.
Damn, that's me, man. I belong to the KKK.
Oh, really?
I'm just picking. I knew some more people that did.
I tried to join the Aryan Freedom Network.
Man, that's good. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It kills me, the TV, everything's black, man. Black history. That'd be 35 for all of it.
35?
He said that he knew people who were in the KKK.
Should I eat this? This is pineapple bread. That gets 5 big booms.
After enjoying the sunset in a former sundown town, it was day 3 when we accidentally became the most famous people in Vider. To start, we set up a BLM store at the Vider Flea Market. We have a ton of ridiculous woke items for sale.
Our goal is to sell just one item, but they might get kicked out before we even have the chance.
Let's see how accepting the locals are to a woke business.
We're a Black Lives Matter group. We're called Unity Project. We got some good deals if you're interested.
No, we're not.
See anything you like?
Not a bit.
I feel impressed. We got Black Lives Matter gear, some LGBTQ, gay pride, trans pride, polysexual pride, pan pride.
Man, I ain't into all that stuff.
Oh, got some good pictures over here. This one of Obama, that's $75. George Floyd.
Bro, I'm jealous, dude. There's so many people at this other store.
All the businesses have shops inside these buildings, but if you just rent a booth like us, it's under this pavilion.
How's it going?
You really want $90 for that?
Yeah.
Honey, you're not going to get that much in Vider. Businesses just went down.
We've not sold anything.
I've sold a shirt for $1. That's it. All day.
Darn.
Oh yeah, we're getting some looks.
I feel like everyone around is just like staring at us right now.
It probably doesn't help. We also dyed my hair purple to seem more legit.
Oh my God. Would you like a complimentary sticker? This is Gay Pride.
I'm combat veteran. I subscribe to the notion that U.S. Constitution applies to every American. That includes people that are different.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Well, I thought my country was working, but lately I'm starting to question that.
Oh, have a good one. He said like fighting for his country wasn't worth it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Belly hanging out and everything, huh?
No. All right.
We're trying to sell printed out pictures for insane prices, so obviously if no one buys anything, that doesn't make them racist. We just wanted to see how people would treat us.
If you see anything you like, just let us know.
Not into that kind of.
What does that mean?
Not into the gay stuff and the Black Matters and all that. Not for me.
Why not?
Come on, man.
What the hell?
I ain't into that.
You don't have.
I'm not gonna discuss it with you. No.
Did you just call me a man?
No, somebody else.
He's about to go there and like, tell everyone, bro. Everyone's about to see this. Cameron's been inside of the car recording, but he just walked out with spyglasses on. There's a ton of people in the store beside us that have just been like staring at us the entire time. He's gonna go walk around and talk to them and see what they think about this.
How you doing today?
Good. You guys see the freaking guys in the middle?
That's what we were talking about.
Oh, really?
They really and truly need to come over here and thank my wife and my daughter for telling me I can't go out there.
Well, yeah.
Real bad.
Oh, did they?
Out there and they go kind of grabbed him.
They grabbed him?
Yeah, they did do.
Pulled him over.
That would have got me in a lot of trouble.
They grabbed you?
Tried to.
Are you serious?
Good way to get your ass whipped. Some kind of community project, wrong community.
Oh, he's calling me, he's calling me.
They're saying that you guys tried to grab that one guy.
What?
They're literally all talking about you guys.
We have it all on video of that not happening at all. Like, we did not even get close to him.
They're wearing masks to them to their face. They just worried about getting beat up. Do they know where they're at? They're in Vider, Texas.
That's how they were lying in newspapers back in the 50s and the 60s.
Jokes in the area.
Trying to cause
the funny
commotion.
thing is, it's real nice to come to a town like this. It's refreshing. You go into Walmart, you don't hear a bunch of yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
It's not like going in a third world country. There ain't nobody gonna go up there and say nothing that ain't gonna sell none here. There's nobody tells anybody to leave town now, but it used to be.
You need to go back wherever you come from.
We've been sitting here for a couple hours and we've made no sales.
The flea market was about to close, so we packed up and left.
But it's okay because now we are going to prank the entire town of Vider.
We plan to post the billboards in the local Facebook groups the following day, but things
I
don't
do wanna
always
see
go
that.
as expected.
We just came back from filming. I
wanna
open
see
up
what happened.
Facebook. First thing I see is somebody that posted the billboard in a Vider group. See what people are saying. Dear Lord, I hope this is just a joke.
Stop this
crap. No way, you gotta be joking. That's a lie. I grew up watching the KKK have rallies in the Price Low parking lot. This is blowing up. We're literally blowing up this post.
The billboard was being posted hundreds of times with thousands of shares and comments. Some people had very harsh things to say, calling for it to be taken down, while others questioned why it was such a big deal to say Vider loves black people.
If you gotta make a billboard, then you know damn well it ain't true. We are actually pranking the entire town.
We had to include the Unity Project on the billboard for legal reasons, which created a town-wide search to figure out who we are. People began connecting the dots to other things we had done in the town. There was even a post claiming we pushed the camera in this man's face while getting petition signatures, which clearly didn't happen at all. Regardless, the billboards had the entire city of Vider in shambles, and we had become the most hated people in town.
I don't even know if we can go back to Vider. What do we do now?
On our final day in Vider, we had our scariest interaction yet. We went to visit the billboards we bought with hopes of interviewing a local who came to see it.
We're about to see the billboard. Oh, it's still up. Dude, that's like huge. We're right beside like a giant interstate.
A ton of cars were actually stopping to take pictures.
You see that?
That's like 1,500.
This is going to make
1,600.
waves in Vider forever. It's already causing a huge scene on Facebook. Like, this thing is the most viral thing this town has ever seen. We're about to go check out another location that we placed a billboard. This is the billboard right above a barbecue spot.
Dude, the way that town look, it could be a lot cheaper than that.
Vider
Now I
was too
think
small
about
of a
it.
town to have any digital billboards that we could buy, but we got billboards in the 2 nearest towns. While you're getting B-roll, I'm gonna go to this gas station and find a crackhead to make out with.
So should we just make out if he's gonna...
While Brady was doing some questionable things, a truck pulled up on us, searching for the people responsible for the billboards.
We're getting pictures of it, running a little article on it.
Don't put me on
Oh, sorry about
Do
that.
not put me on
Sorry.
video. Trust me. Don't want to put me on video. Because I could have a whole organization out here and follow you.
Wait, what?
I'm telling you right now, don't put me on.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Bro, I don't think we got it on camera. That lady put down her sleeve and showed the tattoo, and I think it may have said KKK. I'm not for sure. It was like a triangle or some type of pyramid.
We're from Viders.
I'm a true Vider guy.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it, so we have to see it for ourselves.
Because I was here in Lubbock where the Black Panthers come to this town. They got some big corn-fed black boys.
Yeah.
The KKK was coming in the other way. There was going to be a riot.
There were some people in Viders asking if people would sign petitions, and they had video cameras.
Is it like a real organization?
They're not an organization. It's just a group of kids like your age. I'm going to be honest with you. Vider is not a racist town.
So we don't need a bunch of cockroaches over there?
Yeah. Have a good one, guys.
Oh my God, man. Let's get the hell out of here.
In the moment, we all thought she flashed us a tattoo of some sort of hate group. It does look oddly similar to pictures online, but we only saw it for half a second and don't have a good picture of it, so there's really no way of knowing.
Vider
is hot.
After this, we fled back to our Airbnb and got hit with some devastating news.
They pulled him down. Yeah, they pulled him down. I knew that was gonna happen.
I'm about to look.
No. It says no negative ads accepted.
Doesn't even really matter though.
After flying home the next day, the pictures kept going viral. The billboards sparked a conversation bigger than we ever imagined, and one that is probably far from over. We exaggerated these pranks so locals would open up to us, but like any town, there are good and bad people. Is it a coincidence that we met the people we did, or is this a normal thing in Vider?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know where that's located in Texas, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure some of those small towns, you know, exist like that out there. In many different states, I heard some stories about places like that in Kentucky, places like that in Tennessee, places like that in Alabama. I mean, basically, it's towns like that in every state. It's towns like that in every state, which shouldn't stop us from having our own towns and cities in these states. You know, just to throw back at the people, just to give them something to think about. But all the more reason why you would want to build up your wealth to, and I mean that not referring to like money per se. It's wealth in many other assets, especially wealth and health. You know, that's another thing, is wealth and health. I mean, that's the reason why the so-called pharmaceutical industry is trying to take advantage of you by charging you an arm and a leg on, you know, medicines that's allegedly supposed to be making you better when they're there to just treat you, not cure you. You know, and you know, some countries out there don't even have to pay medical insurance, but we do. You know, and insurance in general is a scam. No matter which part you're looking at, you're paying monthly. Why can't you just pay at the time that you need insurance? Like, why we gotta pay you every month? In my opinion, those are the scams that should be sought after and, you know, disassembled. Because it's always a get rich quick scheme with these folks, man. They always trying to, you know, find ways to make extra money, and it's fraudulent. It's always done fraudulently. And they're taking advantage of people who have no idea that shouldn't be happening. I mean, come on. Water, for example, pure water comes from nature. We're being charged for that. I mean, something as simple as that. We're being charged for it. Oh, I mean, we gotta pay for the bottle, Dane. Okay, but all right. Cases of water, $5, $6, $7. You know, they even selling air in cans for $20 to people. Air, and y'all seen it? Air in cans for $20. Like, it's so silly. It's, you know, it needs to be structured properly. But again, it goes back to our people having their own, again, like, you know, they disenfranchised our people by promising the American dream to our people. We thought that we were going to become first-class citizens by becoming citizens of this country. And that was never granted to us, because right now you can't even determine what type of or what class citizen you are. You don't know whether if you're first, second, or third. And, you know, there's no legislation out there to determine that. But yeah, we do know in the 60s during the so-called civil rights movement, yeah, our people were fighting for first-class citizenship, and we did not receive that. We're still being mistreated. And that's why I said it's environmental racism. I believe this is a good one. I'm going to pick up on this. I am going to be going live again tomorrow. I am going to be going live again tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to go live yesterday because I was building up all of these scenes inside of my OBS. That does take time. I had to do a couple of things. But yeah, I really appreciate that. And a lot of those racist people, that you know what? They just racist.
So let me get this straight.
Dumbass racist people. But they exist. They do exist. And what Trump did, and then he's standing on it, he deserved one too.
So
Trump,
let me get this.
come on, bro.
Let me get this straight. Dumbass!
You was tripping, you know. I got a feeling that the people on his team may force him into saying something But that's not going to be legitimate. It's really not. It's kind of too late, to be honest, in my opinion. But some of y'all, you know, excusing him, you know, I see why you're doing that. But because I see he the president. He want to, you know, hold his chest up high and stuff like that. But well, it is what it is. He made a mistake. So yeah, I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow early. Like we're talking like 6, 7. Oh my God, here we go again with this number. In the evening. We're gonna pick this up in the evening like I wanted to do yesterday. And we'll talk about other things. I may even open up the panel. We're probably gonna be on an indigenous topic again tomorrow because I did set some stuff to the side I wanted to cover. So I'll see you all tomorrow around that time, around the evening time. Around, you know, I'm not even trying to say that number anymore. They done tore that number up, man. But yeah, man, let me drop a bomb for y'all. And shout out to all of y'all that, you know, showed up and gifted memberships and super chats and donations as well. I believe some of y'all did my Cash App as well. My phone is dead right now. I'm gonna have to charge that up, so I don't know. But shout out to you if you did. Oh, and I see you, T Miller. You said Louisiana. Okay, I'll set that to the side. And shout out to the super chat by Old Soul Maverick. It said other folks just mad because it came eventually. AKA ICE. It came eventually. That's the new acronym for ICE. Wow. Yo, man. Baby Loves, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. And Kenny Banks, thank you for becoming a member as well. All right, so I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow in the evening time, a lot earlier than when I started today. And we'll be talking about indigenous topics, and I probably will open up the panel at that point there. So see you all tomorrow. You all take care and enjoy yourselves. I hope you had a great evening with me tonight. I appreciate you all. All right. Let me make sure I got the correct settings on here. Okay, yeah, I got right, free thinkers. Making sure I'm good, so when I hit that button, everything's straight. All right, now, y'all take care. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, or later on today, rather, because we already in it. Wado.
OCO, free thinkers.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you
He's here to make you think.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think,
It's Dane Calloway.